Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to another fantastic episode of Fail PG. As usual, I am the Mighty Mage, and with us tonight we have Ross the Boss.
Yeah.
Mr. Goat.
Hey, what's up? Oh, me and Ross both had haircuts. Look at that.
Hey, yeah.
And a surge of disappointment.
It's
No
the only
haircut.
thing I'm good at, okay? Being highly disappointing to the point of no return. It's all I know how to do in life.
No fresh cut for you, man.
No
You
fresh
can get
cuts.
your
Yeah, I'm about like a month and a half away from that fresh cut that I already had. Sorry, guys.
Aw.
It's okay, buddy.
Last time on Failtastic Fail PG, we left off with the gang inside the spooky tomb of Xerxes and confronting a hideous, horrible, bloated creature calling herself Mohgra.
And now that the battle map is live,
Oh,
we
live
are now
now?
live.
So you're still in it now?
I don't know. Am I?
I don't know. He hasn't used it in a while, so I guess no.
If anything, it's just being recycled.
Recycling. Good for the planet. Good for the world.
Also good for your ex.
Yes.
Well, gentlemen,
We don't talk about the exes though.
We
Exes
don't?
exes need recycling too.
I mean, I do not discuss none of this stuff. All right, let's continue on to the game, everybody. Because I'm pretty sure someone watches this, so I can't see nothing.
I highly doubt that.
Oh yeah, I'm leading.
No,
Oh,
I'm
look,
pretty sure.
I'm the bait, guys. Look at that.
They were like, I know he talking about me.
Oh, I don't have my shield equipped. I have my two-handed weapon. Yeah.
So, anybody have any questions about the combat before we get started?
Just one. I just need, because just for a refresher, I need the exact size and dimensions of Mohgra in comparison to the hallway that we are stuck in to fight Mohgra.
Yeah, that's a good question.
So the hallway that you're standing in is only 10 feet wide. If you want to fight comfortably, standing two abreast is pretty much the best you can do. If you try to cram three of you in a line, you won't have enough room to actually swing.
Okay.
Mohgra stands 6 feet tall and almost 4 feet wide herself, just her body. And her long gorilla arms dangle almost to the floor to the point of dragging her knuckles. She could probably reach an area anywhere within 6 feet of her body.
Okay.
So she pretty effectively fills the hallway in front of you.
Okay, so...
And the ceilings are high, so that's...
The ceiling is about 20 feet high, you would guess, although it's hard to tell because your torchlight doesn't really extend all that far.
Okay. I have an idea, guys. But we will roleplay this out, and if anybody's willing to follow through, I think we can get ourselves a little bit more fighting room.
Yeah, because I think it's a little bit more space behind.
Yeah, because that's into the main area there, so... If anybody's willing to follow through with the roleplay here, Ronnie has a very reckless idea.
Oh, Lord, let's do it.
Oh, I'm like, let's jump on this. Jump.
I guess actually we probably need to roll for initiative because we didn't even do
just
that last
gonna say
episode.
Everybody roll 20 sides for initiative.
Okay.
I got a 19 on Ronnie, and I got a 10 on Sir Regios.
I got a 9.
Right, Noel's a 9.
All right, I can roll now.
What'd you get?
I got a 2.
A 2.
Well, we know who's going last.
And that kind of works out because I'm close to the back anyway. So that kind of works.
Oh, no, I mean last in the full rotation. That means you're going after Mohgra.
You hope. You think. Maybe.
I don't hope. I just feel that that's what happened.
I mean, 2 is pretty low. All right. Ronnie, you are the highest roller of the group. It is your move first.
So, Ronnie sizes Mohgra up instantly after she dropped off the ceiling and started talking. But as she was sizing Mohgra up, she happened to look at the amount of fighting space she has. Ronnie is holding Gravedigger in her hand, and she realizes, like, I can't swing the way I want to swing. If I want to chop this thing into pieces, I need to be able to get full swings in. So Ronnie looks down at her axe and then looks next to her at Noel. Noel, what do you currently have equipped on you at this very moment? You have what? Your shield and your spear?
I have that two-handed, that powerful sword I found. That's what I have equipped right now.
Okay. So Ronnie looks at Noel and just goes, I'm going to try to push this thing out. We need more space.
Okay. What's your plan?
To hit it really, really hard until it stumbles back, or to push it.
This is going to go great.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to push it, or do you want to charge in, or would you like me to?
We could both hit it.
That sounds like a plan. Let's both hit it.
So I'm gonna roll to see if I can't force this thing back into the open area. And
You're going to actually try to like push Mohgra?
Yes. And since Noel is going to support my charge, can I bring him along for this? And it would just skip his turn.
I was gonna do it
because it would be out of turn otherwise, right? Or we would have to wait another turn for him to push in, right?
If you're gonna do that, I was gonna do a running jump attack, and you can go low.
You want to flip a coin on which one we do?
Yeah, why not? I don't care.
All right.
I
Heads.
think I should go high.
Yeah, I'll let you flip it this time because you just came up with that idea. So
hang on. Let me make sure I understand correctly. You're flipping to see if either you try to push Mohgra out into the hallway with Noel's support,
right.
And Noel skips his next turn,
right?
Or you attack as normal. Is that what I am understanding?
Well, what will happen is that I'll still rush in and do what I'm going to do to push, but on his turn, he will do something else to also try to push separately.
Okay. All right. So, does that sound like something you want to do, Goat?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we'll let you roll then, or flip a coin for it.
What do you want to say is what?
Tails I attack. Heads I help you push.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Cool.
Okay.
This is great.
Okay, I attack.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're going separate then. So Ronnie's gonna.
We're running simultaneously though, I guess.
So Ronnie's gonna charge in.
All right, give me a 12 side for contested strength.
Doing it. Oh baby, that is a 7 to start, and with the plus on my strength, that is who's her? She am I looking at? Ronnie's, right? That's
Ronnie's,
So yeah.
You charge forward and slam the haft of your two-handed axe into Mohgra's disgusting body, trying to shove her back. And the axe kind of like sinks into her flesh a little bit. It feels disgustingly slimy and soft. But Mohgra doesn't budge. And she just sort of looks down at you, Ronnie, and grins, and you can see her her lips part way further than a normal human should part, and they show way more teeth than any human has a right to have. You look like a tasty morsel.
And Ronnie just smiles back. Well then, why don't you give it a try?
I might just do that, my dear.
Although now that makes me wonder two things. One, what is Mohgra's strength modifier? And two, what did you roll on?
Let's see. Looks like Gadok is next. And she is in the back, doesn't really have a great shot, but she is going to try.
Oh, you might want to move my positioning on the map, by the way. Just
yeah, I suppose I do. I suppose I should. This is where I need somebody else to be managing the map for me while I manage the combat. So,
I mean, I could do that if you send me everything. But
technically, if I had everything, I could probably put it into my Xfinity photo and probably work a little bit more.
We're gonna do this.
Technically, Lightroom and everything else in one. And
Gadok
this
is gonna...
not a paid promotion. If you sponsor us, though.
Step up next to Noel and pull out her whip and try and take a whip crack at Mohgra's head, since that stands far enough above Ronnie that she could probably hit it without hitting Ronnie.
There you go.
Oh yeah, 22 to hit. That definitely hits.
Nice.
And that's a D4. 5 whole points of damage. She cracks her whip, and it leaves a stripe of red across the side of Mohgra's face. And Mohgra turns aside for a moment, and her eyes flick back up to Gadok, and she just sort of goes, "Is that the best you can do?"
And Ronnie immediately, realizing what just happened, immediately just goes, "Hey, down here. I'm what you're dealing with."
All right, let's see. Mohgra looks back down at you, Ronnie, and grins again, that huge toothy grin. I agree. And she is going to take a swing at you. That's an 11? 11. Nope, sorry. 13 to hit.
Nope. Ronnie is at 17 for AC.
So she swings at you with those gorilla arms, but you're able to duck out of the way, and they pass harmlessly overhead.
And as she's ducking under each swing, she just goes, "Ah, come on. Didn't your mother ever teach you how to throw a proper punch?"
Mohgra just chuckles. Let's see. Noel, I believe... Oh, no, Seregios. We're up to Seregios now.
Oh.
Sorry. You're pretty low in the turn order, my bud.
Oh.
Seregios is next.
Seregios is way in the back. Seregios is actually going to make his way towards where Noel and Gadok is.
All right.
And
you going up on the little hole in the right there?
Yeah, and he immediately takes a stand there and looks at what's happening and goes simply,
"Okay,
this is too small a space. We have to get this thing out of here."
Okay.
And he kind of looks at Goat and just goes, "Any ideas of how we can get this thing
There's a
pushed
goat
back?" Yes, there is a goat. It's the greatest of all time. No, no Witherspoon. There you go.
It's my turn. All right, about time. All right. I was gonna like run really fast and do a jumping downward slash at his head.
Okay. All right.
What do you mean to roll at it?
Well, first, let me ask Seregios, are you just moving up for your turn?
I assume, honestly, with the amount of space that I would have had to come through, I wouldn't be able to move directly at Mohgra to do any attacking anyway. Like, that's a lot of...
It would be tricky, and then you'd be blocking Noel, so...
Right, and it'd be much easier to just wait until next turn, come around, and then have him get involved then.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so then, no, you're doing the jump-in slash attack. Yeah. Give me a 20 side.
Alrighty. 19, baby. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, that's 22 to hit, and that does hit. So, give me your damage. That's 2d6s, and plus 1 for the weapon itself, and then plus another 1 because you're Noel.
Yeah.
So two 2d6.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so 2d6s.
And you got 2 sets of dice now, so I don't have to roll for it.
That's funny. I just thought about that. I actually got 2 sets too. I'm like, wait, I got
2 2d6s at the same time, right?
Yeah, that's right. Add them together.
I got a 6 on 1. Oh, double 6. Let's
12 damage. Let's get it.
12, and then
so 12 damage
2
plus
more, so that's 14.
Yeah.
14 damage.
Nice.
Very nice.
Oh, going in. Now, question. Does this make Mohgra stack? That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
So.
My food's here. My food here is here.
Hey, go ahead.
Right back.
Okay.
He done his job.
Brought to you in part by Heat-Tap.
Oh, Lord.
So, Noel charges forward with the greatsword overhead, jumps up so that he's on a level with Mohgra, and slams his greatsword down. It goes into her shoulder right at the collarbone and actually bites like 3 or 4 inches into her flesh. The blade completely disappears into her flesh. And she sags a little bit on that side for a moment, and then looks at the sword in the shoulder, and looks at Noel, and grins that grin. I haven't seen that sword in a long time. You wield it well. She doesn't seem at all perturbed by the depth that this thing bit into her, and no, she did not stagger backward. Striker, it is now your move, sir.
All right, so while all this is going on, right? I'm like, you know what? I take that, I put my swords away, and I look at that bow again. I was like, it's got to be something with this bow. And I'm going to do a memory check to see if those markings match the one from the little table that I touched.
Okay. Give me a 12 side for intelligence.
Yep. That's not about to say. Maybe this has something
when
to
he
do.
touched the podium last episode.
Yep.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
That is a 5. Of course, a fucking -1. I hate that -1. God dang it. That's a 4.
Wait, so Seregio saw the slash. Would he have seen the characters on the blade as Noel was moving with it, since he was like...
No.
Okay, never mind.
Not a chance.
All right.
Because we have a good time to really like look at it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're big letters.
No, I was saying before he charged off, since they were there in that little row together. But if you're saying no, then I accept it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Seregios ever held the sword in hand. Noel grabbed it and then tossed the bow to Striker, and then took up his sort of fighting stance. I don't think Seregios ever came close enough to see.
At least I don't remember anything, so Yeah.
Striker
looks familiar, but
the only thing you can tell is that the runes on the bow do not appear to be the same style of script as what was on the pedestal.
Well, since I got the bow out anyway,
All right, you attacking with the bow?
I'm just going to try to aim for directly in the. Well, you know what? I'm going to take out one of the eyes.
All right, go ahead.
And now here's where our downfall begins, because he never hits anything.
Wait,
No,
hold on. What's
he
my?
bullseyed a womp rat earlier, a couple episodes ago.
One time, and it was super lucky.
Hey, but I got to roll now.
20 side.
Thank you. And if it's over 19, Jesus.
19 or higher, right?
Yeah, 19 or higher
Yeah.
is critical. And that's just the raw dice roll, not accounting for the modifiers.
Yep.
It's before modifiers.
Okay, that was the 11
11,
plus
16,
16.
16. You draw this magnificent bow. The bow string is quite old and it groans under the strain, but it doesn't break. And you notice that the draw weight is considerably heavier than the short bow that you've been using.
Mm-hmm.
But when you release, the action is very smooth, and the arrow flies true. Unfortunately, because you're not all that familiar with the bow, the arrow sails just over Mogra's right ear.
Does it at least nip it a little bit?
Nope,
Come on,
doesn't
give me
even nip it. Doesn't even nip it. Sorry.
I want to use another action. I go, it was like, no, I cannot give up. I will master this bow.
So Noel, when you stepped away, you cleaved into Mogra's shoulder. Your blade sank a couple inches into her. She just grinned at you and monologued a bit. She didn't stagger back. She hardly seemed phased at all.
Wow.
But you did do 14 damage.
I know, what a bitch, right?
Right?
Yeah, she's a tough old broad. All right, I believe
see
that
is I
brings
cut
us
one
back to Ronnie.
I cut one little piece of hair that started growing on the top of her head. She was like, oh no, God. Not my one
Her
piece of
one hair.
One piece of hair.
So Ronnie sees how, like, after getting cut through and then shoulders just slightly slumping to the side, Ronnie notices how unfazed this thing is. And she's highly annoyed now with this thing. She knows what she wants to do, but she knows she can't do it in this small space. So Ronnie is going to just dig in her heels and just start forcing Mohgra back.
All right, give me another 12 for strength.
Actually, no, the sword is still stuck in. The sword is still stuck into
roll
the.
plus the plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 16 overall.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
With your barbarian fury, you dig your heels in and push and shove as hard as you can, and slowly you actually manage to make some headway, and Mohgra starts to step back one step and then another, and then she actually is sliding a little bit on the stone floor. For a moment, her expression sort of changes to surprise. You are a strong little morsel. I admire that.
And in Ronnie fashion, never losing her grin. Oh, trust me, darling. You ain't seen nothing yet. How far back did we go on this map? Let's see, boys and girls. Let's see.
You managed to push her roughly into the middle of the hallway, which is 20 feet.
Beautiful.
wide.
This is good. Okay, this is perfect. Let's get everybody outside.
Very good. Very good.
I don't think everybody's gonna be able to get out.
Yes, you should.
Mm-mm.
If three people can stand right in that space right there where Sir Regios and Gadok was, I think all of us can get out, because Ronnie just pushed this thing out into the middle of the room. Ronnie's in the middle of the room with this thing. That means y'all got plenty of space to get out.
So Mohgra takes up roughly this much space with her reach and everything. So, but if y'all move like around to the left here, you could go past her without being stopped. You can fit through this little gap here.
Okay. Because now you remember said her reach is kind of like long, so that's why.
Yeah,
6
her
feet,
reach is
6
long.
foot, 6 feet. That's not that bad. It's not that bad.
I'm 6'1". That's pretty bad.
But is
Let's
that
put it
but
this
is that
way.
your wingspan though?
Hey,
Her reach is longer than most of your melee weapons.
right. So
Most of
that's-
y'all have a 5-foot melee range, so you have to come well within her reach.
Well, I got
I mean,
Grimoire.
I
got that
mean, you think Ronnie has a problem with that? Look what she's doing.
Yeah, you are pushing the thing around. Let's see, Gadok is next.
Yeah, he is next.
So, you know what? I think Gadok is gonna stay in the narrower hallway, but she is maybe gonna move up closer to where Noel is to take her strike. About like yay. And again, with the whip, 'cause that's really the only ranged weapon she has, and a dagger probably isn't going to do much to Mohgra. Oh. She hauls back the whip and lets it fly, but this time the hallway is a little bit too tight, and Ronnie, you're a little bit in her line of fire, and the whip cracks just off to one side, not doing any damage.
How close did it crack to Ronnie? Like
Overhead
overhead?
and to your left.
And without turning around and looking at her, Ronnie just goes, "Gonna need you to do better, darling."
Is all you get in response.
I see what you're doing. You're trying to fire her. You.
Seregios, it's your move next.
Okay. First thing Seregios is gonna do is turn to Striker.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
It's Mogra's turn next.
Yeah, you're right. Seregios is after Mohgra. Sorry.
Yep.
I fell
See?
into that. I fell into that troll.
Seconds.
I'm sorry.
This is what happens when you got so many people to keep track of. Mohgra is going to make another attempt, Ronnie, to pound you into the ground. And it's... Where am I at here? That's a 16 to hit?
Just a bit shy.
Just shy.
Sweetie.
Yep. Her gorilla arms swing wildly, but again, you're able to duck and weave and avoid any hits.
You scrappy little.
And Ronnie's still yet to
Mohgra-
start landing damaging yet. That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
Wait
all
until
she's done
Ronnie
is swing.
swings.
Mohgra doesn't seem all that perturbed, though, by the fact that she hasn't been able to land any blows on you just yet. Okay, now it is Seregios' turn.
All right, so Seregios is first going to turn to Striker, and he's going to pull Striker very close to him, and
Don't touch me.
very, very close to Striker's ear, and whisper, as gently as possible, "Stay very close to Gadok. Do not let her out of your sight." And then he will push Striker back, and he's going to dash for the entrance, and he's going to try to slide this way.
Which way?
Since Mogra's arms are flailing around, he's going to try to go past that little corner space and just slide under the arm strikes that are being flailed around.
Give me a 12 side for Dex.
That I can do as soon as I can find my 12 side for... There we go. That was a... Okay, so that was an 8 then overall?
8 overall.
8 overall.
You try to slide past as Mohgra is flailing her arms, but she catches sight of you and whips one of her gorilla arms towards you as you pass, and it catches you full in the face. Let me see what that does. Oh, that's that. For 6 damage of bitch slap to the face.
That's not as bad as All right.
Fortunately, it doesn't knock you on your ass, but it does stop you from going any further than the corner. Now, it is still your turn. You've only expended movement, not action. Are you going to try and attack from where you are? Or are you going to spend your action to try and get to where you were trying to get to?
I think I'm gonna use my action to at least just try to get around to the side of this thing, because I don't. Sergio's does not want to be blocking any entryway for Noel to come through, or for anybody else to attack through. So he just.
So where do you want to go?
Actually, right there is perfect.
Right here. Okay.
Right there is perfect.
I have you be right there. All right. Noel, you're next, buddy.
Can I do a perception check to see, on all the limbs and stuff?
Okay. What are you looking for?
And just, I'm seeing what I can cut off, to get the advantage.
Oh, you want to use a perception to do limb targeting and get advantage on the limb?
Yes.
Interesting.
I mean, you already kind of cut in between the shoulders, so.
Yeah, but I'm trying to play it safe. Can I roll for that?
Give me a second. Let me think about that.
Yeah.
Here's the real question, Noel. Why don't you know the #1 rule of Monster Hunter? Aim for the kneecaps. Just aim for behind the kneecaps. Can't you see the fear in its eyes, Noel? Can't you see the fear in its eyes?
Most of his hitboxes and moves won't hit you unless that bullshit move, that AoE move that it does, that's hard to dodge.
All right,
unless of course you're fighting Anjanif, who doesn't really have one.
Right?
I'll allow this. Noel, you can roll a 12 side for perception to see if you can gain advantage on a particular limb.
Oh, I got a 9. Let's go.
9, which is your +3. That's good enough. All right. I'll let you roll with advantage on your next attack. So that's 220 side. Take the higher.
Okay. 220 side. And what's all its appendages?
So Mohgra has these 2 gorilla-like arms, which are thick as trees, that she's currently flailing about trying to catch Ronnie and bitch slapping Sergio's.
Yeah, it only took 6 damage. Surprising.
And then from her overly wide hips sprout 4 legs in a sort of crab-like arrangement with extremely thick thighs, which narrow down to clawed feet at the ends.
Oh.
And she has this sort of squat, low table kind of stance to her.
Oh, understood. I know. Okay, now I know what she looks like. Okay, I go for what arm is she swinging at Ronnie in them?
Both.
I mean, she's using both to try and grab Ronnie.
What side? Okay, Ronnie is on the kind of rightish side, right?
Yeah, so Mogra's left, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that you already attacked.
I do another jump attack on that one of the gorilla arms at the shoulder.
Okay, the one you've already sliced into.
Yeah.
Very good, very
Let's
good.
try to chop it off. Here we
I
go.
have to roll twice, right, and get the best number, right?
Yep. Roll twice and take the higher number.
I got a 10 on that roll.
Okay.
Oh, wait, this is a 12 side, right?
No, 20. Right?
20.
Oh, 20. Okay, I
20.
got a 10 in the first roll. First roll. And I got, that double 10, so it's a 10.
And 10. And let's see, your attack modifier is a +3, 13. So you charge forward and raise your greatsword up again to strike at her a second time. She glances up, although it's hard to tell if she's glancing anywhere considering that she has no eyes. But you get the impression that she's looking at you. And as you jump up and come down, she smoothly steps to the side. And your sword comes down, crack, into the stone. The stone actually shatters right where your sword blade hits. And fortunately, the sword appears to be undamaged. But so is Mohgra.
Oh, man.
A 10 is not quite high enough.
Now, the problem is that we're actually blocking the entrance now.
Yeah.
So...
Mohgra does kind of look down at you, though, Noel, after having sidestepped your blade, and she grins at you. You are a strong, brave one. I admire that quality in a man.
And I look and I have this disgust face. I'm like, oh, Lord. It's like, shut up, woman. Like, oh, whatever you are.
Okay.
All
Can
right.
I do it? I'm like, oh, and I panic and do a little like Dark Souls back roll.
Are you gonna actually try and roll away? All right. All
Wait,
right.
wait. Do you do the Elden Ring when you die? No, is that what you do when you die?
What do you mean? There's different ways to die, though.
Yeah, but in Elden Ring, for some reason, nobody screams. They just, for some reason, sound like they're having a climax of their own.
All right, Striker. You're
Well,
next.
there's deaths where they scream, but yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So move up a little closer to Gata. That's
Okay,
my
you
motion.
going on her left or her right?
I am going to stay on her right. Not too far. Next, come back just a little bit. Right there.
All right.
And I look at her and say, look, I got this. Do you trust me?
She looks at you over her shoulder and sort of glowers and sort of looks at you expectantly like, all right, what are you doing? But she doesn't say anything.
Help me stay steady. And then I didn't trust me. I pull out the bow again. I pull out my arrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I pull back as hard as I can and aim directly for the middle of the head.
All right.
While she's
You
kind
can do it, man.
While she's a little distracted. Can I get bonus dice for everybody believing in me right now?
Yeah.
There aren't any bards in the party, so no,
God
sorry,
dang it.
no inspiration bonus.
I said,
Next time.
Regios, you believe in me, right?
I mean, technically speaking, if this were the one character that we're going to be playing in another RP, she would technically be able to play an instrument, and that would semi be a bard thing for you, I guess. Maybe that would give you inspiration, but she's not here, so the most you get out of Sir Regios is just if you're going to do something, just hurry up and do it.
Yeah.
As he's still rubbing his forehead.
Now, what's worse? That or, you know what? Next time.
Well, what'd you get?
So,
Oh.
I feel like the string is going to break.
You critical failed or something?
No.
Why didn't you believe the heart of the dice? Why did you?
Technically, I almost fell off the table, but I caught it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, then roll again. It doesn't count.
What'd you get?
I got a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it barely fell. Like, I stopped it before it fell. So, you know, it kind of, I got to let it
Roll
play.
again. It doesn't count. Oh, it doesn't
I
count.
got to let it play. It didn't fall off the table.
Surge, flip me a coin. Tell me what it is.
All right. That is heads.
You pull back, Striker, as hard as you can, and the bowstring groans, and just as you're about to loose, it can't take the strain anymore, and the bowstring snaps. The arms of the bow go forward. Your whole body vibrates with the energy, but the arrow falls limply to the floor. And Gadok gives you the most disgusted look you think any woman has ever given you in your life.
That's my fault for using an old bow, but hey.
Womp womp. Sad face.
Yeah.
And
I'm like, you know what? Give me time. I'm gonna put my string on mine on this. Let's see. While that's going, I'm just like, just watch my back. And I go down and stop trying to put it on.
and
Ronnie, you're up.
and hearing all this, Sir Regios just, why do I even bother?
And I go, mate, why my rope? I was like, wait, I don't have rope anymore.
And again, Sergio's same sentiment to himself. Why? Why do I even bother?
At least I'm trying to put my old string on my other string on from that bow to that bow, you know.
Yeah. Well, you're going to spend the next 3 turns rolling to see how fast you get that done, I'm sure.
Maybe. What you doing, Ronnie?
She goes pretty fast.
Ronnie, now realizing that it's getting just a little bit crowded, is going to tap Noel, since he's like right there, and go, let's waste this bitch. Now, I'm going to ask again, Sir Noel, would you like to join me in a charge at the same time, or are we going to do what we did last time?
All right, I'll join your charge. So I put my my sword away, and I take my shield and two-handed.
Gotcha.
So we're going to do this 2-pronged. You ready? Mm-hmm. So we're going to push her back, and then once we push her back to the wall, we're going to both hit her as hard as we can. Okay,
gotcha.
They're trying to Superman punch her.
Oh, I'm gonna do 2 weapon switches and one. Oh shit, that's cool. All right.
Well, you guys are gonna have to wait till your next turn to do an attack. This is gonna count as your action.
Okay.
Fair.
All right. Roll your 12 sides for contested strength.
Oh boy. Okay, let's do this,
you got this, buddy.
I got 11. Let's go.
Shit. You got an 11. I got an 11. Let's go, baby.
Oh, yeah.
That's a +5 on mine, so that's another 16. Let's do it.
What's my strength multiplied to? I got.
That was a +1 on your strength, Noel. So
okay,
12 for Noel overall and 16 overall for Ronnie.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys charge forward and slam into Mohgra, and although her disgusting body sort of softly cushions the blow and molds around your weapons and your shield, you do start forcing her backward. First 1 step, and then 3, and then 5, all the way back against the wall. She growls a little bit as you're pushing her, but still doesn't seem super concerned about it. Again, Noel, she looks at you with an almost affectionate gaze. You are very strong for a little man.
I eat my Wheaties.
Like it.
And immediately, the grin on Ronnie's face disappears. And then she looks up at Mohgra with all the disdain and goes, "Sorry, he's taken. I don't think his wife would appreciate that much."
I second that. I second, third, and fourth to that.
Seconds, thirds, fourths. You make me hungry.
And immediately, Ronnie just says, "Ew."
Yo.
All right, let's see. Gadok is going to step forward to close the distance so that she's within whip range. And she is going to try again to carve a little slice out of Mohgra's head. And is actually unable from her current position because the two of you are in the way. She cracks the whip, but too high. Goes over Mohgra's head.
And without looking, without changing expression, without blinking once again, need you to do better, sweetie.
Shut up, I'm trying.
Breathe and calm your nerves.
Mohgra casts her eyeless gaze among the 3 of you within her reach and settles on you, Seregios, and just sort of grins that hungry grin of hers and reaches to slash at you with a clawed hand. And that is a 20 to hit.
That hits.
That's actually a 22 to hit. All right.
That hits. The armor class is only at 19.
Mm-hmm.
That's lovely. can't hit Ronnie for anything, but has now landed 2 hits officially on Sir Regios, the person with the higher armor class.
Yeah, it's weird. She's been rolling really low every time I've tried to hit Ronnie. So that's 6 slashing damage across your chest, sir. She goes, "Rah!" And her gorilla-like hands with surprisingly sharp claws rend through your armor, and you can feel the burn. Actually, wait a minute. I missed her plus damage. That was a plus... Oh, shoot. Plus 5. That was actually 11. It was 11 damage.
Wow.
So Regios, you dead, man.
No. Although now that you've said that, you just made me think about something. I now have to double check my phone to make sure my ringer's off. You don't understand. I've done like multiple like streaming sessions lately, and I keep forgetting to turn my ringer off. So that is absolutely terrible. Okay, we're good.
All right.
Just so you know, I'm not dead. But goddamn, if I take another hit like that, I might.
Who's next? Well, actually, Sir Regios, it is your move now.
So, can you describe this hit that I just took real quick, like play for play?
She was sort of resisting Ronnie and Noel until she got backed up against the wall. And then seeing an opportunity to strike at Sir Regios, she lashed out with her right hand and just did a quick swipe. It was actually the fastest you've seen her move so far. Much faster than you would expect those thick gorilla arms to be able to move. And it just caught you unaware and managed to rend you from one shoulder halfway across your chest. And it did actually bite through the armor. So like her claws rent the armor a little bit in some places.
So it actually screwed up completely.
Little bit. Might need some repairs after this.
So Regios grabs at his plate and just kind of rests his hand there for a moment. And he stays a bit expressionless for a moment, and then he looks up at Mohgra. And without warning, he just double hands his shovel, winds back, and cracks this thing right in the center of its head.
All right. Give me a 20 side.
Oh, maybe 17 plus
Plus 6, I believe.
yes, plus 6.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Baby.
Roll for damage. You get D6
6.
plus 4 plus 4. Yeah. So D6 plus 8.
And that is a 6. Plus you said plus 8.
That's
so
a 14 damage.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Had I would have rolled a 20, this would have been absolutely perfect.
You haul back and slam the shovel into her face, and it actually, like, folds, her whole face folds inward when you strike her. And her head snaps back and crashes into the stone wall behind. And when you pull the shovel away, you can see that whole side of her face is flattened. And she stays like that for a moment, and then leans forward. And looks towards you, and the bones pop back into their original form. And she works her jaw a little bit and regards you for a moment. That was very impolite.
And Sir Regios, with the most serious expression he's had for days, looks at Mohgra and goes, "I'm sorry. This coming from the person who did this," and then points to his chest plate.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I make a boo-boo?
No. I actually like this chest plate.
I like the chest.
And it's in that moment that Sir Reggio double checks himself and realizes that his chest is actually exposed because it's a half chest plate. So thus he lost half of his tunic. And he just looks up at this thing and just goes, "You dirty whore."
No. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You guys both used your turn. So actually, we're down to Striker now. Striker. Roll me a 12 side on intelligence to see if you can figure out how to put your short bow's bowstring on a longbow.
I know. This is why.
I knew you were going to make him roll for it. I didn't know you were going to make him roll on intelligence. That's ooh.
That was a 3.
Oh, he can try. He can try. Oh, he can transmorph? Oh, shit.
You can, but it'll just be really tight on that sucker. Like, hey, if I don't do it the right way, it will just snap. But no, it was a 3. It didn't happen. So I say, you know what?
And there's no way.
So I gave up on that. So I was like, you know what? I'll come back for this. I take out my short sword and I go, no, turn, and hold this shield up.
Oh, okay. I do what he says.
Yeah, dog, you better move out the way.
I mean, Gata can't move until her next turn. So what are you doing here?
I already see what this is. He's gonna try to run and jump off of Noel's shield. And
Yes.
double sword into the sides of the face.
I mean, you could get around Gadok here. It doesn't look like it, but there's enough room. Or you could try to come in this way. That would be a bit awkward.
Or you could just add an extra feet to it, make it really cool, right? And jump over her, step on Noel's shield, and bounce off of it.
See, I would try that, but no.
How froggy you feeling, baby? How
I'm not
froggy
feeling
you
that
feeling?
So look, so no, turn around, boom, hold the shield up, and I run past Gadok just enough. Jump on him, jump off, and just straight up come straight down, right in.
All right.
Right in the head.
Noel and Striker both give me 12 sides for dex.
Okay.
Let's go, boyos. Let's go.
That's 8.
Let's go, boyos. Let's go.
I got 4.
A 4 for Noel. What'd
Is
you
that
get?
all together or 4? Or does it? What's your dex?
So 6 if you're adding.
He's got a
that.
+2 on dex.
So,
What have you got, Striker?
I got 8 altogether.
8 altogether.
Yep.
you know what? Can Ronnie add to this dex roll and pull Noel into position?
That's too convenient. But
I'm only asking you. You can deny me my rights if you need to, but I'm asking.
He wants to see me fail.
I will have you flip me a coin, Serge,
Very good, sir.
and tell me what it is.
Very good, sir. Once again, it is heads.
Okay. Striker, you charge forward around Gadok and leap, hoping to land on top of Noel's shield. Noel is a little bit caught by surprise by this. He just manages to go down on one knee with the shield before you get to him. You land one foot on the shield. It cocks to one side. You start to slide off, but you manage to keep your balance just long enough to slide forward and jam the point of your sword into Mohgra's enormous chest. It sinks down to the hilt. Actually, no. I actually have to make you roll a 20 side for that.
That's fine.
But you managed it. You managed to stay on the shield. So.
All right, so 20 side. And this is melee, people. If you not notice anything. So that's an attack. So that's +5. And then this is it a +2?
He's running dual wield, yeah, in his build.
Nope, he does not have dual wielding.
I don't have dual wielding.
Okay,
That's not a feat in the hunter class.
gotcha.
What'd you get, Striker?
20, baby.
That is
Natty?
just enough.
Natty 20.
Natty
And the plus
20. Oh,
attack
even
plus
better.
5. That's 25.
Even better. Yep, as I said, you slam the thing into her chest and it plunges down to the hilt. She actually grunts and slams against the wall again as you land on her and
And I
plunge
slide
the blade.
down with it. It's go. Just drop all my weight with it. Just go.
Roll for damage.
All right, and that is
A 1d6
1d6
plus 3.
plus 3. That is a 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. All right.
Good on you.
You slide a little bit, not as much as you'd maybe hope.
God damn, you're fat.
You leave a nice trail.
And I keep trying to go down like, oh, get it. And I have to push myself off and go, dang, you're heavy.
Don't worry, I got this. So Ronnie sees that Stryker's having some trouble up there, and she's gonna expend her movement to pull him the rest of the way down.
I will allow this. I will allow this.
Okay, so that is it's a strength check, so that is plus 6, right?
Plus
5. No, plus 5. So
Plus 5.
that is a 10 overall.
Okay, I need to check against.
The one time I roll low on a strength anything, guys, with Ronnie.
You pull, and Stryker comes with your pull, but the sword slides out of Mohgra. It does not actually carve any further into her carcass.
Next time.
And Ronnie goes, "That's okay. I'll finish it." And cocks back with the grave digger.
All right. You guys are all in close quarters now, so are you going... Actually, you expended your movement, so you can't step aside. So I'll say, go ahead and swing,
Well,
but I'm
she's
going to ask
gonna-
you to swing with disadvantage.
I was going to say she's swinging overhead, not wide swing. Because it's in the body anyway. So
I'm
she's
trying to
just-
think about it. All right, I'll allow it.
Because
You guys are
technically
close.
nobody's right behind her either. Because Gaddock is like further closer to no.
I'll allow it. Give me a 20 for attack.
And I technically fell behind.
That
Oh,
is
fuck, I don't know.
16 plus 7. That is an extra 12,
Yeah,
13?
that's enough.
Yeah, so.
That's enough. 16 plus 7. That's definitely enough.
Mm-hmm.
Roll for damage.
I'm rolling the wrong thing. That is a 3, sadly.
A 3 plus 1 plus 5. So 9 overall. You haul back and swing and bite into her right shoulder. So she's had weapons bite into both shoulders now, as well as the sword plunge through the chest. You bite in, again, several inches, and Ronnie, you notice, as the axe bites in, that it feels like all of those inches are just pure fat. Like you didn't hit any muscle or sinew at all. Nothing vital. And Mohgra seems to affirm this as she sort of leans back off of the wall. She seems more interested in the wounds through her chest than in what you just did to her shoulder.
Ronnie gets a cheeky little grin going and goes, "Oh, honey." And looks at
Gotcha, bitch.
Noel and goes, "No, take her legs at the kneecap."
You sure? You got a plan or something?
Just a theory.
All right. And, well, you know, the teamwork makes the dream work. Let's do it.
Gaddock is going to try and do something useful for once. She's going to skirt around you, Ronnie, to an area where she has free access to Mohgra, and is going to try again with the whip. And this time she manages a crack across Mohgra's left cheek. Somewhere here I have her. Okay, that's that. And it actually causes her head to jerk a little bit with the impact and leaves a thin, dark red line across the cheek, but again, Mohgra doesn't seem nearly as fazed by that as by the substantial wound in her chest. What was I doing? That was 6.
We can do it, guys.
Mohgra looks between Stryker and Seregios, and back to Stryker, and her lips curl in a bit of a snarl. And a little bit of blood trickles out of her mouth. That was most rude.
Oh, I never said I was nice.
And she leans forward towards you, since you're basically caught between Ronnie and Noel now and have nowhere that you can go, and opens her mouth to expose the rows of teeth. And as you watch, her jaw seems to split down along the middle of the chin and opens up predator style to reveal row upon row upon row of razor sharp teeth, and she dives down.
I was like, I'm defending myself. Sword comes out.
What are watching Mars and shit?
Oh, let's see, what was that at? 21 to hit.
Ooh, that hits.
And clamps her jaws around it. Sword and all, just clamps her jaws around you. And
Oh man, it smells bad in here.
It is putrid. There are not even words to describe how disgusting the aroma is. Like years old rotting flesh. And Mohgra rolled snake eyes. So you only managed to take 7 damage from that.
Hey, that's my armor right there. It's really tough.
Your armor is doing its job. It releases you, and multiple piercing wounds through the armor, but fortunately it protected you from the brunt of it.
You said 7, right?
And that's Seregios now then, right?
Yes.
So as Mohgra is lifting her head up from around Stryker, Seregios instantly crack right in the side of the mandibles.
All right, give me a 20 side.
Oh, so close, but so far away. 19, baby.
19. Not enough to stun, but so close.
So close yet so far
Roll
away.
for damage.
I'm gonna get that 20, y'all. I'm getting that 20 tonight.
Wait, was that 19 on the dice?
19 on the dice. That's not counting the actual attack modifier. The attack modifier takes, but it doesn't count for the concussion.
No.
Which basically stuns for a turn.
No.
I'm
His
gonna
weapon
land
gives a
it.
concussion chance on a 20. So, what's your damage?
That one's not as good as last time. That's 2 plus 4 plus 4, so 8. That's 10.
10. All right. You crack across the mandible as she's standing back up, and you hear a satisfying crunch as the bone breaks under the blade, and the mandible kind of goes slack for a moment.
That is my mark. You do not mess with my money.
And that is your mistake.
And because of how tight everything is, and he had to do that shot, Seregios is going to take a couple steps back and up some so that he's not super crowded in.
So you're going over here, yeah?
Yeah, and just move back slightly 1. Right about there. Yeah.
You're going to be out of melee range if you go that far back.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Okay, all right.
You're gonna do some parkour, jump off the wall.
Shut up! You're giving the game away. God.
No,
Yes.
it's your show now.
Well, I'm like, all right. I guess I'll.
Oh wait! You said this is no show now?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Witherspoon Show, starring Noel Witherspoon.
Woo, 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 woo. Anyway, well, I'm like, all right. I guess if Ronnie thinks it's a good idea, I go for one of his kneecaps. You know.
So Stryker is currently in your way. You're gonna have to move around him to be able to gain any purchase. Since he went up on your shield and then down between you guys.
Oh man, it's so brutal. Anyway, let me go. All right. I mean, she has 4 legs. I mean, I could go for a leg that's not in the way. Not in the way.
You can go over here.
Yeah, I can go over there.
Yeah, there's a leg there that you could, some crab legs that you can get.
The crab legs.
Get you some Maryland crab legs.
I do. I go all nothing. I put a lot of power overhead and just like I swing as hard as I can.
All right, give me a 20 side.
Okay.
Knows our boy. Knows our boy. Knows our boy. Knows our boy.
I got a 10.
A 10.
Attack modifier is +3, right?
+3, yep. That's not enough. You swing overhead, and once again, Mohgra kind of sees you coming and moves the leg out of the way, and you plunge into the floor again. Once more, cracking the dark stone, but some sparks shower, but your blade does not appear to be damaged.
Sergio sees that, and he just kind of eyes the marking of the floor that Noel just left. Is there anything there specifically?
Give me a 12 side for perception.
Oh my god, that was almost a 12, but I'll take the 6. I'll take the 6.
The 6. I mean, it just looks like the dark stone of the floor was damaged by the sword. You don't really see anything that looks unusual about the flooring. Stryker, it's your move. And you're currently sandwiched, almost pressed up against Mohgra's disgustingly swollen belly. Blood oozing down, mixing with saliva, dripping on your armor.
Which way did she move that leg? Backwards or towards me?
Towards you.
I see that, and I literally just come from under as she's moving to slide straight up through it.
All right, give me a 20 side.
That is a, if I can see this, 16.
16.
What's your
That's
attack?
right. That's good enough. Roll for damage.
And that is a D6.
That's a 6
right?
side. Yep.
6
6 side +3.
It's +3.
Yeah, so whatever you roll, +3 more.
+3 +2 actually, because you've got the
Oh, right.
the melee thing.
So then that first one, then I should have
Would have done 2 more points. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, dang it, I should have added. Dang it.
I'll do that now.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
I knew it would happen. One of us would.
And I looked right at it. I was like, "Yeah, I'm supposed to add something." Dang it.
So D6 +5, we'll call it.
3, 6, 7, 8 altogether.
8 altogether. All right. You swing upward as she moves the leg out the way, and feel a satisfying thunk as the blade sinks into her leg. Sinks a couple of inches, and you can feel there's that light resistance of fat, and then a little bit more resistance of like actual sinew. But you don't feel the impact jarring like you hit all the way down to bone.
What is that?
That's
go.
It's adaptive microphone picking up background noise.
All right, I muted it.
Good man.
Yep. So yeah, as I do, I go, "Kya." Do you feel it? Then I slowly start sliding it out while she's doing that. So she can feel the sting of it.
It burns.
And in that instant, Ronnie gets the biggest smile she's had all night.
Do you feel it? It's girth.
If you're gonna say it right.
I can't say it right because I'm here.
No, you have to say girth right. Say it right. Do you feel it?
Oh God.
It's girth. Just so you know, we muted you, Goat.
Your mic started picking up background noise, so
Still muted too. Just to let you know.
We muted you in Skype. Unmute yourself in Skype, sir.
there we go.
There you go.
Oh, I have to unmute myself. Oh, okay.
Well, no, we muted you because when you left, we were picking up a background conversation in the mic.
Oh. Why does Skype have no sound filter? It's so weird.
It's an adaptive microphone. Since you weren't there saying anything, it just increased the gain higher and higher and started picking something up.
Oh.
This is why I don't get an adaptive mic.
Ronnie, you are up to bat.
I'm like, Ronnie,
So,
finish this.
after seeing that her theory was right, Ronnie is the happiest that she's been. That scar down this thing's chest has Ronnie super hyped up. Ronnie is between two things: destroying one of this thing's legs right here, right now, or ripping this thing's chest cavity wide open.
Mm-hmm.
She knows she probably can't do one without doing the other first. So, instead, she wants to immobilize this thing as best she can and then start taking it apart piece by piece. Ronnie aims for the leg closest to her.
Okay. Give me a 20 side.
Oh! Wow. Ronnie rolls a 13. Plus 10 so
20.
20.
That hits.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, but you know. And that is 12 side for damage.
12 side plus 6 overall.
So that is a 9 plus 6 is
15.
15. Yeah, 15. Ronnie went in on that leg.
That should do something.
You haul back and swing at the leg, and you feel that satisfying thud as the blade bites deep into the flesh, and you can feel the shuddering contact of blade on bone. Mohgra rears back a little bit and then lands back down on the wounded appendages, but they don't buckle. And she glares down at you, Ronnie, and snarls. How dare you?
How dare
That
me?
was most unladylike.
Oh, Mama's gonna show you more. And as she says that, Ronnie rips the axe off.
And I'm like, that's my girl.
I'm like,
With that, Gaddock is going to try and get in on the action. And, a 19. She's doing some work now with that whip, now that she's got free access. And this time she's striping along Mohgra's enormous side and cleaves a nice long red line along Mohgra's side. Unfortunately, she's a pipsqueak, and the little whip just doesn't have that much power to her. She only manages to do 5 damage.
And I go, hey, that's my girl. Keep attacking.
And Ronnie said,
maybe give her a little boost.
And Ronnie, without looking at her, goes, that's more like it. Now, really put your back into it.
I'm trying!
I'm like, you can do it.
And Ronnie goes,
Believe in yourself.
and Ronnie just says, just calm down and breathe through the process.
I'm trying to boost her up. She's making her angry. You know what? This might actually work.
You're boosting her up, and Ronnie's talking to her like a mother.
So pretty much what she's saying is she's gonna be angry.
Mom, I know what I'm doing.
Thanks, Dad. You always supported me.
Oh dear God, that really is what's happening right now, isn't it?
Oh my, Mohgra isn't pretty rough-looking shape right now. One mandible is kind of hanging limp. The blood is pouring out of the gash in her chest and trickling out of the wounds in each shoulder. She's got stripes from the whip on both sides of her face and down all her left side, and her legs are definitely weakened and bleeding, and she looks a bit disgruntled. And with this, she casts her head around for a moment, and then her eyes settle on Seregios. And she
This is why I took a step back.
advances towards you, and is actually going to take a step towards you to close the distance.
Ooh.
She doesn't have to with those gorilla arms, but she closes the distance anyway. And looms over you. And that's a 19 to hit.
My armor class is at 19, and if I remember correctly, we favor in the armor class.
We favor in the armor class. She goes, "Ah!" and tries to grab you, but you manage to avoid one swipe, and the other one that hits you, it shifts you a little bit, but doesn't manage to break through your armor this time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do something to piss you off?
You could say that. And after having taken a swing at you, she reaches up to the limp mandible and pops it back into place and folds it back in. That's better.
Oh, don't get comfortable. And as soon as she says that's better and he says that, Seregios chokes up on the shovel and cracks the mandible again, and it comes down and it hits her right dead in the forehead after.
All right, give me a 20 side.
Come on! Not again!
Plus 6.
That is a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. That's
A dirty
enough.
20. But, what? And it's sad because it bounced and I saw the 20 for 2 seconds and it rolled to 14. Just give me what I want.
Well, roll for damage.
D6
D6 + 8.
Yep. That is another 10.
Another 10.
Another 10.
You smack her across the mandible she just folded back in, and then on the forehead, although since you choked up on it, you don't have that soul-crushing, or skull-crushing,
Right.
and soul-crushing power. It obviously causes some amount of pain, but she just sort of glares at you with those eyeless sockets. Noel, we are back to you.
I observed that chest cavity.
Mm-hmm. There's a good gash about, a hand's length down her enormous chest, and fairly deep.
I'm going for it.
All right. Let's have a 20.
Okay. I'm gonna stab at it. I'm not slashing at it.
Okay, stabbing with the great sword.
17, yeah.
17.
That's my boy.
That is enough to hit.
17 plus the 3, right? So that would be like a
21.
That's a 20.
21. Yeah, 20. Yeah, 20.
17. Yeah, 20.
So, 2d6 plus 2.
Okay. Oh, that's bad damage. One I got a 1 and one I got a 2.
Okay, so 3 plus 2 makes 5. You haul back on the greatsword and plunge this thing into the gaping wound in her chest. And it sinks about halfway before there's too much resistance to press any further. And Mohgra grunts, "Ugh," and staggers back a little bit. But then after a moment, she looks at you, Noel, and grins a little bit. I can't remember the last time a man was this deep into me.
Can I yell to the crowd? He's like, everybody, help me plunge this thing.
Noel's our boy.
Noel's our boy. Noel's our boy.
I don't know. Somebody has to help me, like, because I'm hanging on to it.
You know what? I might. Do I want to expend my turn early to help you push? Well, no, I'm too far away anyway.
You're too far away.
Yeah, I'm
it
too
is
far
Striker's move next.
I'm next to him.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, Striker, we got
I go.
I'll be
You know
right
what?
back.
How wide is that gap?
What, the
sword
wound in
is
her
Yeah.
chest? About as long
can
as
help me.
hand.
You can help me push the sword in, or you want to like attack it from another. I don't know
Like,
what
you
you
know
want.
what? Look at my sword. I said, I wonder if I can fit this in there too. This time should have two in her.
Mohgra seems to have an idea of what you're thinking because her eyelid sockets widen a little bit. It's like, yes, both of you in me at once.
Does somebody just have an explosive so I can pull down her mouth?
This is when we get banned from this channel. I go, you know what? No, let's do that. And I jump up and I grab as strong as I can and help him push it in deeper.
All right, give me a
And
strength
pull
check.
down. That is a 12, right?
And actually, Noel and Striker, both of you give me strength checks. That's 12
Oh,
seconds.
nice. Oh, I got 11. Let's go.
Oh, I got a 10, baby. And that's
Oh,
plus
yeah.
2 on mine? Oh, yeah, that's 12.
That makes 12s for both of you, all considered. Very nice. Very nice. Striker, you go up there and you help Noel shove the sword in. And between the two of you, you're able to drive it into the hilt. So instead of doing your damage, Striker, which would only be 1d6, we're going to be doing Noel's damage, which is 2d6 plus 2.
Yeah.
Noel, roll us 2d6 plus 2.
Oh, let's go.
Come on, no.
You should probably just keep those d6s handy, man.
Yeah, I
'cause
know.
You're going to be using them all game here.
Oh, double 6. Let's go.
6,
Let's
so
go.
12.
14 damage total.
I'm rolling like nice. Though.
I love it.
You guys jam this thing into the hilt, and being a great sword, it is as long as she is thick, and so it drives all the way through, pokes out the backside, drives her against the wall, and you hear a nice crack as the tip of the sword blade impacts the stone.
Now, did we hit it strong enough that she gets stuck with this thing?
Ah, yes, that's so good.
Why are you taking the fun out of this?
Yes, so deep. And she just starts like slightly oozing down her cheeks.
Does anybody have like some kind of fire weapon on them, or like a match, or like a firebomb? Anybody in the inventory? Anybody?
You
have
got
that?
torches and you got this archer of ours arrows. There you have it.
Oh, okay.
He
there
set
you
the
go.
torches down just to...
Ronnie.
I think we have to burn. I think we have to burn her, but then again, all right. Carry on. Sorry.
No, that's
Ronnie.
probably accurate.
And I yell at Ronnie. I said, Ronnie, now hit the sword straight down. See if it'll start slicing through.
And Ronnie just grins and hoists up the great axe, and she lines it up with the sword. Ronnie's not just gonna pull the sword. She's going to push the sword down while using the great axe, and she's going to start from the top of this thing's head and push down.
I hope you roll well.
You're gonna try and like hook the sword with the axe and pull it down.
No, worse.
No.
Ronnie's going to, from the top of this thing's head,
Uh-huh.
straight down the middle, while pushing the sword down at the same time.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Once
Yeah,
the
you can
axe
do one or the
connects-
other.
No, once the
Oh,
axe
once it
connects.
connects.
Yep. Once the axe
Okay.
connects.
Okay, I see what
Alright.
you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, I understand. Give me a
Yep.
20 side.
Yeah, you had to explain it for us. I was like, wait, how the hell are you going to do that?
Is 11 plus 7. So that's 18. Does that connect?
At 18?
Yes.
That does not.
Really?
You swing, and the axe impacts her chest, and the flesh just kind of folds around it. It's like striking hard leather, but with way too much padding underneath. And you can see it, like it presses into the flesh, but doesn't actually break the flesh, and slides down to the gap where the sword is, catches on the sword, but doesn't actually do any damage. And Mohgra just kind of grins that hugely toothy grin at you. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you expecting something more?
And Ronnie just shoots that sly grin. Just a thought. But at least you helped me figure something out.
Gaddock tries again with the whip, but this time her aim is wild and it cracks harmlessly. Actually, that was a 1. Ronnie, roll a dex save to see if she hits you by mistake.
That's an 8 plus 2, so 10.
Yeah, that's good enough. The whip cracks just beside your head, like right above your right ear, but fortunately not close enough to do any damage.
And once again, without changing expression, without even looking her direction. Dear, you were doing so well.
Shut up! I know! Shut up!
Again, breathe through your motions.
If I breathe any more through my motions, I might explode.
Stop huffing and puffing in deep breath.
As you say that, Mohgra is going to reach up with one of those gorilla hands and clamp that hand over top of yours, Noel, on the hilt of your two-handed sword. And with a grin, she is going to start pulling the sword out of her chest. Give me a 12 side for contested strength.
Okay. Woo, nice.
Well, since
pressure,
that
man.
last attack would have put me right there with them, could I
got a
possibly
9.
add my strength on that because I am hooked around the sword?
Your blade struck the sword but glanced off. You didn't get
Yeah.
hooked on it.
You're right.
Oh, the way you said it, it sounded like you said it hooked, but it didn't. Push.
It went
Okay.
down, but it contacted but didn't push it.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, what did you roll, Goat?
No, I got a 9.
A 9. 9. Yeah, that's not quite enough. You try to resist, but she manages.
Well, wait a
just
minute. Shouldn't
one-handed-
shouldn't
Hold on,
Stryker
I'm on
roll
it too, right?
Yeah,
both
he's
of
still
us
on
are
it.
there.
Yeah, I'm still on it too.
All right,
Yeah,
yeah, you're right. You're right. Stryker roll for strength as well.
12, right?
12.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 9 also.
All
Plus
right.
2.
That's good. That's much better.
11.
So she starts to pull the sword out, and then Stryker, you add your weight to Noel's and manage to hold the thing in place. And with a look of mild irritation, she's like, "You are so difficult for a meal. Can't you just come to Mama willingly?" And with that, Stryker, she's going to instead reach up and try to claw at you.
Actually, when she says that whole mama line, Ronnie goes, "Sorry, he already has a mama," and then grins.
Oh yeah, baby.
So that's 6, 5, 25 to hit.
Jesus. Why is she getting so much damage?
Started low, but now suddenly is just highballing everything.
Jesus.
Jeez, us.
Yeah, my armor class is 17, so yeah, that hits.
That's 8, 13 slashing damage across your face. She just claws at you.
Hold on, I gotta do some math here.
Puts you at 5, I believe.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that would.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 5. I don't lose
All
my
right.
grip though. I'm still holding on. I'm like, hey Ronnie, is it bad? Does it look bad?
And immediately, as soon as Ronnie turns and looks at you, the grin leaves her face, and Ronnie is pure rage. And she looks up at Mohgra and simply says, "Now you fucked up."
I was like, oh, yeah, you die now. That's what I said.
Your precious modeling career.
I was like, shoot.
Sergios.
Well, that kind of helps out a little bit now, even more, because now my face is just I'm like, ain't nobody gonna recognize these scars.
That may be true, yeah. Sergios, it's your move.
Sergios just double hands on the shovel and instantly swings for right at the handle of this greatsword, and with all his back into this swing, he cracks this thing, looking to drive this thing even deeper.
Okay, give me a 20
trying to
side.
go through the wall. That's what you trying to go through.
18 plus 6.
Shoot, man, that definitely is more. Hey,
18 plus 6. Ow. Yeah, that definitely hits. Roll 4 damage.
That is another 2. So 2 plus 4, that's 10 again, right? Yeah, 10.
Yeah, 10 again.
At least he's consistent right now. Consistently
He's very
getting
consistent.
10s.
Very consistent.
Now, if I could just get this 20, I'll be happy.
It would have been hilarious if you'd gotten the 20 while hitting the sword, and then the sword would be concussed.
And the sad part is that I know you do it too.
That's right. That's absolutely right. I would. Oh my. You drive the sword in another couple of inches. At this point, the hilt is actually inside the wound now, and you can feel that you're just driving the point further into the stone. And she's... I'm not some board to drive it into the wall.
Oh, could have fooled me.
Noel, it's your move.
I'm still hanging on to the sword, right? Basically, that's my position.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I hang on to the sword with one hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
I take out Betsy, and well, I don't let go of the big sword. I have like one hand, or like my legs, like on the creature, like this, kind of hanging on. And I take Betsy, and I crack it in the side of the head with Betsy.
Yay! The cleaver's out. Let's go, Betsy.
I'm not letting go of this thing.
Betsy, the great meat cleaver.
Betsy.
What happened?
Roll
Roll 20 side for the meat cleaver.
Okay.
Betsy, the great meat
I
cleaver.
only got 11.
11.
Plus,
You're
that's
plus
14.
3.
So
Yeah, that's not enough. You swing with Betsy the meat cleaver, and it collides with the side of her head, and the blade twists abruptly when it comes into contact and just slides off of the slimy skin down her neck to the shoulder. By the time it gets to the shoulder, there's just not enough power left in it to do any harm.
Oh.
You've given her a nice clean shave, though.
Hey, Strike, you gonna help me out here? We're both hanging off to the sword.
I already got a plan.
It is.
Okay, well.
It is your move, Striker.
Since the sword is deep in that side, I say, you know what? Hey, I look right in her face. I said, I think it deserves a matching one. So I take out my short sword and straight up drive it on the other side.
It's your side, man.
We go.
You can do it.
Ah, so
You can do
close
it.
to 20, 19.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
I wanted the natty 20, but
You haul back and plunge the thing into the other side of her chest. She, ah, my precious breasts, how dare you?
Are we even hurting this thing? I don't even know if we're hurting this thing. Oh well, let's keep going with the plan.
You're doing damage.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Ready? Let's find out what we get. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11. Very
Oh,
nice.
6 and a 5? You got 6 and a 5? Oh, no, you got the plus. I got you.
6 plus 3 plus 2.
How could you? I was so attractive, and now look.
You're like a nice, poor little doggy who looked cute until they got older and realized, I'm not a dog. I'm a rat.
Vile little morsel.
I don't love you either.
Ronnie, your move.
Ronnie's still pissed. Even with all the joking and bantering that Stryker's doing in this particular moment, Ronnie is pissed. Ronnie walks up to this thing, and she literally walks over to this gaping wound, and she plunges her hands in and starts to pull apart.
Ooh, interesting. Give me a 12 side for strength.
Oh, baby, that is an 11. Plus 5, so that is 16.
16. All right. You plunge your hands in and start to pull apart, and you can feel the sickly wet flesh spreading apart. And actually, as you pull apart, you can see that it really is like almost 6 inches of pure fat before you get to any actual sinew or muscle or anything else inside. And the fat comes apart pretty easily. The muscle resists some more. Roll 2 4 sides for damage.
You force?
2 4 sides.
Right. No, where'd you go? Son of a bitch. Okay, that first one is a 2. And that second one is also a 2.
4 plus 5, so 9 total will give you.
Yep. I will take that 9. And as she's doing this, Ronnie just, with a growled voice, "You fucking pig bitch. I'm going to tear you limb from limb."
I'm like, yeah, Ronnie has Red River power. It's at that time of the month. Oh, yeah.
And as you say that, she just turns her head, and all you just see is a straight death glare. At this point, you know Ronnie's not fucking around with this thing.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Kind of inspired by Ronnie's hands-on approach, Gadok tosses the whip aside and pulls out a dagger and charges in to Mohgra's side to try and slash at the enormous gut. However, she reaches the flesh and plunges her dagger in, and it actually bounces and knocks her flat on her ass.
Ronnie sees this and simply goes, "You can't do it that way. Aim for the arms. Immobilize this bitch."
Right. Arms and legs.
Mohgra, at this point, pauses for a moment from her agonized grunting and glares down at you, Ronnie. Since you're basically like pressed right up against her, almost sitting on top of her enormous belly in order to pull open this wound on her chest, she grabs you in a bear hug and detaches those mandibles again to lean down and take a bite out of you. And since you're effectively pinned against her, she's going to have advantage on this one. And that's a 21. No, more than that. More than a 21 to hit.
Why am I not surprised?
Yes.
I'm just curious.
23.
Was the other one lower than 20?
Yes, the other one would have made an 18.
Still would have hit.
Mm. Um, so, let me see, where was I at? Oh, yes. Clamps down on you with those huge, disgusting jaws. The aroma of, like, years of rotting flesh and decay wafts over you, almost overpowering. And she takes a bite out of you, actually out of the shoulder that's holding... No, sorry. You're not holding the axe anymore. Out of your right shoulder. Just a great big bite. You can feel the teeth going through your armor cleanly and drawing some blood, but fortunately for you, it's not a huge amount of damage, only 8 points. Goodness, I've got the wrong window selected for that. You notice, Ronnie, that as she's biting down on you, some of the wounds on her cheeks seem to close up. Yeah. Seregios, it's your move.
Seregios, like, as he's looking at this thing, just like in pain, but also like just noticing small things like how it regenerated itself after just like snapping its mandible back in place, starts getting the idea like something's not right. But he has noticed that the legs, for some reason, still haven't quite healed over well yet either. Slowly, but not quite there.
Yeah, most of the wounds are still largely intact. That little nip on Ronnie's shoulder only seems to have closed up the smallest of wounds.
So he starts piecing it together. It's like, okay, this thing needs blood in order to heal itself. Okay, I got something for it. And Seregios immediately, while the mandibles are still like dangling open, takes his shovel and then shoves it up through the mandibles and then hits the top of this thing's mouth and then rips his shovel out once the mandibles close around it.
Interesting. All right. First, give me the 20 side for stabbing the thing in the mouth with the shovel.
Oh my god, I hate life. That close again from a nat 20. 19.
A 19. Oh.
I just really want him to roll that 20. I don't need to roll that 20 with Ronnie. I need it with him.
Mm-hmm. All right. Roll for damage.
Oh, that's 20 times better. All fours.
Okay.
So that is 12 points of damage.
Well, 16, isn't it?
Or 16.
16 damage.
12. Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
12.
Never mind. I'm thinking of a different number.
You were thinking 8.
So you got a 4 on the 6 side, plus 4, plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got it. 12. For some reason, I thought you were rolling 2 die. I don't know why I thought that.
I mean, not to my... if I was rolling 2 die, then I've been lowballing myself this entire time.
No,
to my knowledge,
I
only have
conflated
one.
yours with Noel's attack. He rolls 2 die.
Yeah, because of the specific weapon he's been using.
Yeah, particular weapon he has. Now roll a 12 side for Dex to see if you can retrieve the shovel before she closes her mouth around it.
That's no problem. And that is a... Oh, he's only got +2. So yeah, that's a 9.
A 9 overall. That's good enough. You managed to snatch the shovel back out of her mouth before she can clamp around it. It takes a couple of teeth with it as it emerges, and she goes, When I said I wanted a meal, that was not what I meant.
And instead of bantering with this thing, he instead looks at the shovel.
Okay. I mean, it does have some blood on it. The blood is dark red, kind of oozing quality to it. Very thick.
Very viscous-like.
Mm-hmm. It's not the same as what you encountered with the vines, but it bears a resemblance.
So he quickly just does one of these to get the blood off,
Mm-hmm.
and then he quickly examines his shovel.
Okay. Roll 12 side for perception.
How thick is his neck?
That is a 10.
Like a tree trunk. A 10 on perception.
Mm-hmm.
You don't notice the discoloration that the other weapons showed when they came in contact with the root blood.
So Regios starts thinking, okay, if I don't have to worry about that, then I know what I'm doing next.
Noel, you're up.
How much? Ronnie
And Ronnie is still in this bear hug, I'm assuming. So,
Yeah, Ronnie's caught in the bear hug. You're kind of
Does
like
she still have a weapon? You still have your weapon, right?
she had sheathed her weapon in order to put both hands in this wound and try to pull it apart. So she's
so it's
currently
on my back.
unarmed.
Yeah, it's on my back. So if you want to try to grab it and use it, you could, but you don't have proficiency. What? He doesn't have two-handed proficiency, so he would probably.
He's a soldier. He doesn't have like the two-handed bonus, but he's a soldier. He's proficient in pretty much any weapon you put in his hands.
Okay.
So technically, he can use it as a one-handed.
I'm still holding on to the sword with Striker, but
I also still. Oh wait, I still have my Didal on me.
Yeah, you've got both of those slung on.
If you want to try to go for that, if you need an extra weapon to try to use.
Nah, I'm gonna try to force his weapon down. Can I just do a strength check?
To just pull it down?
Oh, pull it down?
Yeah.
All right.
But it's a dual effort since me and Striker only. You want to join in, Striker, or you want to?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
All right, Striker, you release your short sword to leave it impaled in her chest and grab hold. Both of you give me strength checks.
Okay, what do you want us to roll?
12. That's 12 side.
I got a 7. What you got?
Of course, it would bounce. But I could have got an 11, but I got a 4.
A 4.
What are your pluses, boys?
7.
What are your pluses, boys?
I think I got plus 6, so I got an 8.
14.
So plus 6 for you, Jason, and what's your?
I have plus 1, so I got an 8.
So okay.
So 14 overall, I think.
Yeah.
You guys both put your hands around the hilt of the sword and start pulling down. You can feel it pivoting about the point which is embedded in the stone wall. And you guys managed to carve another inch or so down with Mohgra. But you don't really get a lot of purchase. Noel, roll for damage. That's your 2d6s.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Due to the bit of annoyance and pain that Mohgra is going through, does that release the hold on Ronnie or no?
Let's see.
I have a 5 and a 1, so that's a 6.
Okay, 6 plus 2, so 8 total. That's not enough to make Mohgra release her gorilla grip on you.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay. And you dealt 8 damage to Mohgra. Very good. The wound is a little bit larger now, a little bit longer. Ronnie. We are up to you now, because Stryker spent his turn helping Noel with carving her open further. You are currently bound up in this gorilla grip of Mohgra. You're going to have to make a contested strength check to pull away if you want to. Unless you like being cuddled to death.
Ronnie's not only going to break away, but she's going to headbutt this thing in order to give herself a bit of a head start to do so.
Headbutt it where?
A headbutt. All right. I'll give you advantage on the strength check for that.
Okay. 11 and... Oh, that one overshot. Stop overshooting, damn it!
You can't keep re-rolling if they're bad.
No, they just literally were overshooting and skipping out of the ring. And I was just like, I can't count those because they're just rolling off the tray at that point. So 2 11s in a row.
Okay.
Which is sad because if one of those didn't overshoot like it kept, I would have had a 12.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that they were bad. I just, if they don't fall in the ring, I don't count them.
You headbutt Mohgra. She sort of jumps back a little bit, and taking advantage of her momentary distraction, you wriggle and writhe and manage to slide down out from her arms and slide down her belly a little bit.
Kick her in the nuts. I'm pretty sure she has some.
You're now back on the ground, firmly feet planted on the ground.
And Ronnie just takes a deep breath and now Mama's gonna really have to fuck you up.
I looked down, I said, aim for the neck. Let's willow this thing down.
Well, I am going to say that was your movement attempt. You can still try an action.
Oh, if I can get an action, bad news for her. That leg that Ronnie worked on earlier, Ronnie's going to cleave the rest of it off now.
All right, give me a 20 side.
That is 13 plus 17. That is
13 plus 7 is a 20.
Yeah. Dirty 20.
Mm-hmm, that hits. Give us a roll for damage.
That is a 5.
5 plus 6,
So
11.
still not quite the damage I want.
That should clean it right off, though, if it's already been injured.
You haul back, whirl the thing overhead, and swing sideways, biting into the leg, pretty close to the same spot that you hit the last time. And you can feel it bite down in deep into the flesh and then stop abruptly when it hits the bone. The leg wobbles slightly, and Mohgra shifts her weight off of the limb, but it does not actually sever the limb. But you can see she's now not putting her weight on it.
But instead of pulling away like she did last time, Ronnie wants to just start pushing the axe through. Like she's done to so many other people in the past. She wants to make sure she severs this piece.
All right, you'll have to wait till your next turn to try that.
I just want to make sure that that's set up, that's where Ronnie is. Ronnie has not moved that axe from that spot.
Okay. Well, Gadok is going to leap back to her feet and, taking Ronnie's advice, this time go for the rear leg on the same side as you, Ronnie, and stab in with her dagger, which she does successfully. And, oh yeah, max damage there, which makes for 8 points of stabbing damage. She hauls back and cleaves into the thickest part of Mohgra's thigh with her pointy little dagger. Mohgra lets out a suitably satisfying grunt. Ugh!
And as soon as that happens, for the first time throughout this entire fight, Ronnie actually looks up at Gadok. That's what Mama likes to see.
Mohgra is less than pleased about the current situation, and casting her eyeless gaze around again, decides enough is enough, and she's going to swing at Seregios again. And that is... what are we looking at here?
Is it more than 19?
That is only an 18 to hit.
Oh, then no.
Yep. She claws at you, trying to reach you. Doesn't quite manage it.
And as she's
side.
whiffing, Seregios just kind of does one of these,
Mm-hmm.
and then goes, "I'm sorry. Did you need something?"
Come here, you little morsel. Let me taste you.
Be
Like,
careful
guys,
what
can
you
we-
wish for.
Say, can we finish this? I'm getting hungry. I'm sad. I'm thinking about food right now.
Seregios, it is your move.
As every superhero's like, can we finish this guy? I'm hungry.
As she's literally swiping away, Sergio waits in between swipes, and he looks at that one moment to get that clear opening at that head again.
Okay.
Sergio is going to jump up and just straight in the center of her head, just like he's done so many times before in this fight. Crack.
Mm-hmm. Give me a
His
20 side.
entire back into it. Come on, 20. Asking you shall not receive, you son of a bitch. 18 on the roll.
Well, that's enough. It hits. Roll for damage.
It's just trolling you right now. This
And
one.
it
really
keeps
is.
jumping between, and it's funny, it keeps jumping between 14, 19, and 18, respectively. It knows what I want, and it won't give it to me.
Just give up on trying to get it and watch you get it.
Let's have the damage roll, man. We gotta keep moving.
Okay, that is another 10.
Another 10 overall then, with all your pluses?
Yes.
Okay. Look at you making it easy for me. Noel, you're back in the spotlight, sir.
Oh, nice. What do you want to do, Striker? Since we're both holding on to this, I need. This is a democracy now.
Better talk fast.
Can I pull myself up and jump on it? See if it'll go down even further.
There's not enough for you to stand on to do
God
that.
dang it. I was gonna say, let's
Well,
do
what
it.
if he curb stomped it? Like jumped up one
Yeah.
foot and pushed down with all his weight with the one foot.
If we played
Curve
anime
stomp.
rules,
If we played
I mean,
anime
if we-
rules.
Yeah.
if we play anime rules, the thing will be dead by now because it'd be cut in like 1,000 pieces because it's
Uh-huh.
so fast slash or
Um,
something. But like,
I mean, if you guys are trying to figure something out, may I add a suggestion in the hat of things for you guys to figure out what y'all want to do?
what you want to do?
Would you guys consider continuing what Ronnie started and ripping through that chest cavity, pulling
Okay,
it apart
well,
from
we-
each side? It's
we-
two
we-
of you. So,
Basically, we've been doing it for the last 3 turns. Okay, yeah.
oh
I'm
no,
fine with that. How
no, no,
about
you guys have just been cutting down the wound and making the wound longer. Ronnie
Yeah.
was literally stuck her hand in there and started to pull this thing apart.
Oh, okay. I'm like, hey,
And it's two of you, so you would
Hey, I
have
go-
a little less to work to do between the two of you because Ronnie was just one person doing it.
Okay, well, I grabbed the sword. Okay, I'm like, oh, I got it. I tell Striker, I'm like, hey, Ronnie had a good idea. So I with 2 hands, I basically like put my legs on the side like this, like of her body, and I'm pulling this way on the sword. I'm like, are you gonna help me, Striker? And I look, and then what are you gonna do, Jason? That's you, Striker.
I go. I just go. Look, I was already inside this thing's mouth. You think I want to reach my hands in his mouth?
Are you gonna joke around? Or are you gonna help me?
And I go.
Like I'm doing this like kind of like I'm like a wedgie. I'm using leverage, like a lever, like a.
Because the sword is stuck in there, like it ain't coming out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm not pulling it out. I'm trying to.
I know you on the side. You grab one side.
Yeah. What are you doing?
You know what? Screw it. I got up on the other side and we just forcibly put our hands in and try to rip this
I'm
thing
gonna
open.
ask. While you're thinking about doing that, you currently have the lowest life points out of everybody here. She could probably one-shot you if you get within her grappling range. Are you sure you want to do that?
Oh, okay.
Not she's talking specifically.
I know. I'm still 100% life.
Yeah, Noel's in good shape and he's got the tank ability, but Striker, if you
Fine.
get up in bear hug range, I have a feeling she's gonna crumple you like
You're
a
right,
piece of
you're
paper.
right, you're right. You know
She
what?
be hungry. Hungry.
I go, no. You just keep trying to rip one side. I got an idea.
All right,
All right,
Noel,
whatever. I think. Yeah, I'm like.
give me a
Okay.
give me a strength check. Roll 12 side for strength.
Okay.
So while he's doing that,
No, power boy.
I'm just gonna keep my hand on this sword.
Oh shit! 1 second. I'm rolling. It fell off. Oh, I got a 12. Oh shit.
Natty 12?
Yeah,
Natty
12.
12. All right. Roll for damage then, sir.
At least one of us is getting natty something.
All right, let me see if I get some good damage. Oh, I got a 5. I got a 4 and a 1.
4 and a 1 plus your extra 2. So 7 overall. You use the thing like a lever and pull, and the wound does spread a little bit. And Mohgra, you are supposed to go deeper, not wider.
It's girth, not length, woman. Get your shit straight.
You know how to talk to a woman.
Striker, what you doing?
So pretty much, if I'm where I'm pretty much closer down towards the belly, right?
Yeah, you're like right in front, in the middle. This huge bulbous belly. Your short sword is still stuck in her chest
And I can
on
stay
the left
there.
side.
I can stay there. So I'm pretty much in the center. So either I can attack from the left or the right.
Yeah.
I look over. I'm looking. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? And I look over at Ronnie and I see that axe still in there. I'm gonna swing and jump right on top of that axe and see if it'll go straight through.
You've got a second sword, correct?
Yes, I do.
That's right. All right. So you're going to swing at the leg from the opposite side?
Yeah, I'm going straight down where she at and to see if we can just straight through.
All right. Give me a 20 side.
If you do that, that means you're freeing me up to do something more diabolical next turn.
You better still be holding that dang on axe right now.
Don't worry.
That is a 12.
12.
Is it 12, 13, 14? Oh,
Plus
okay.
5. 4.
No, you said
12
plus
plus
5,
5.
right?
Yeah,
Alright,
plus
so-
5.
Okay.
So 17 overall.
Mm-hmm.
You swing with the short sword and make contact, but the blade, again, it twists in your hand in contact with her skin, which is like really hard leather, and it's slick with slime. And it skitters off of her hide without any damage.
Elbow drop. They slip, and I just put my whole body weight on where the axe has. Maybe this'll help.
Roll a 12 side to see if you don't break your neck.
Hey, that's fine with me. Nope, I broke my neck.
What'd you get? What'd you
I
get?
got a 2.
A 2.
Yep.
Not quite breaking your neck, but you do fall flat on your face.
Okay.
And you're now
And
prone
Ronnie just
at
looks
her
at
feet.
him. And Ronnie just looks at him. What the hell are you doing?
I tried to see if we can at least cut at least one of her legs off.
Oh, don't worry about that. I got this. And on that,
Ronnie, it's your move.
Ronnie is going to do as she's done so many times with this axe, and she's going to put her foot against this axe blade and push on through until she has severed this thing's leg completely off.
All right. 12 side for strength.
You're making it strength?
Yeah, we're going to make this strength.
Oh, well, here we go. 8 plus 5 is what again?
13?
Okay, so that's what we got.
Okay. You put all of your force into the axe, and you hear a satisfying crunch as the blade breaks through the bone. And there's a schlicking kind of sound as it emerges from the flesh on the other side, cleaving the leg off. You were just below the knee, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just below the knee.
Mm-hmm.
And the lower half of the limb just wetly splats onto the floor. Lands right on top of Striker, in fact. The black
When I
blood
say I like it wet, I ain't mean like this.
spews everywhere. You're completely covered in black blood, or not black, dark red blood, Striker. And oh my God, does it stink! Oh, the odor is just indescribable.
And then I noticed that it starts healing my face. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Is that?
Yeah, you wish, but no.
I
All right. Mohgra rears up a little bit on her 3 remaining good legs and back down. The one front leg, which is wounded, wobbles a little bit, but still manages to support her weight. And she glares venomously at you, Ronnie. Let's see. Gadok is next.
Gadok is next.
But she had her one moment of glory, and now she's not going to do so well. She tries again to stab at the leg she currently has under her purview, but the blade turns on the slick and surprisingly hard flesh, and again, she does nothing. Mohgra, for her part, is apparently seething. Oh, I didn't have you do damage. We should have you do some damage. Give me yeah, we'll call that a 12. We'll call it your usual damage.
Okay, so that is me rolling another 8 plus 6. So 14?
Yes. Very good. And she is going to again try to grab for Seregios.
Like, what did you do to her?
And that is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
She grabs you, Seregios, with one gorilla-like hand and pulls you tight against her enormous gut. And once again, the mandibles open, and she bends down to take a bite out of you.
Question.
Yes.
Since Seregio's turn is immediately after hers anyway,
Mm-hmm.
is there a chance that I can roll to use the shovel to block the mandibles? And it would just use my turn.
Let's see here. Well, let's see what she gets. I would say make that a dex roll to see if you can get the shovel positioned in such a way that you can block her jaws.
Right, so you said on dex?
A dex, yes.
So then that's 8
Overall?
overall.
8 overall? That's not enough.
Mm.
She rolled an 11.
He's doing bad on dex. Like, usually an 8 would be good for him. He's doing bad on dex today.
That was not so good. You fling the shovel up there and try to get it around to block the mandibles, and what ends up happening is she ends up closing her jaws around the shovel hilt, or the shovel haft, and your head at the same time. And that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage.
Then Seregios is a goner. He only had 9 life left.
Oh, man. I gave you your attempt at a save, my friend. I'm afraid I don't have anything else I can offer you. She closes her jaws around your head. Any last words before you're devoured by this thing?
He just kind of looks back at Stryker and he mouths the incantations scripture that they kept hearing when they were inside of the tomb to Stryker.
Interesting choice of last words.
Wait. They're killing Regios? Oh.
He is just about to get eaten by Mohgra. Yes.
So unless anybody has a way to save him.
Oh, okay.
And I know
you know
Ronnie's
what?
not gonna get the shot, is she?
I will give you until the end of Noel's turn to try and disrupt Mohgra's attempt to eat Seregios. Noel, it is your move. Seregios is currently gripped in Mohgra's gorilla-like grasp, and she has her jaws halfway around his head.
Oh, okay. While I'm still hanging on to the sword, I pull out my spear and see trying to stab her in the mouth.
All right. Give me a 20 side.
Okay. Oh boy. I got an 11.
11.
Yeah.
What's his attack modifier?
With your attack modifier, it's only +3. That's not enough. I'm sorry. That was a valiant attempt. You pull out the spear and valiantly take a stab at her jaws, trying to disturb her, distract her. It glances off the side of her sickly, slimy skin and does nothing. And her jaws just sort of close around Seregios' entire head. Stay there for just a moment, and then you hear a crunch as they fold inward. And she lifts up, and his head is just gone. And you see like bits of gore and stuff dribble down her chin as she chews. And what do I have here? D10s. Where are my D10s? Where are my D10s?
Anime logic. One of us becomes Super Saiyan because the grief.
Just wait.
We need to for the shits and giggles. We need to play RP called Anime Rules.
15.
Starring Jank is the dungeon master.
24.
And the sad part is, it won't be terrible rolls. It'll be, oh, I'm sorry, but your attack just wasn't anime enough. What? but I rolled a critical success. Yeah, but it wasn't anime enough. So
it's like, I got a new move, and then Vince goes, and then Jen goes, "What's your backstory?" And then you tell your backstory.
It all started when I was just a little boy.
Having devoured Seregios' head, you notice several of Mohgra's wounds begin to close up. She stands a little bit straighter. The wound on her one remaining front leg heals completely. Although she's, obviously still pinned by the two swords in her chest, the size of the wound on the right reduces somewhat as it closes from the top down a little ways. Obviously not completely, because the sword is still there, but she's definitely gained some regeneration from consuming Seregios' head. And with a satisfied sigh, she lets the body drop to the side for a moment and turns her attention back to the rest of you. So Noel, you just went. That means Striker.
I have one question.
Yes.
She devoured his head. Where's
Just
the
his
rest
head.
of his body?
She just dropped it off to the side. So where he currently is shown on the map is basically where she dropped it. Within easy reach.
Shovel and all?
Shovel and all.
That's
Yeah.
all I need to know.
I will say, actually, you know what? Roll a 12 side for me.
For Seregios particularly, or?
For Seregios, yeah.
Okay. 11.
Okay. I was checking to see if she snapped the shovel's handle, but she did not.
Okay.
So the shovel's intact on the floor. Striker, it is your move.
As I see I'm laying down, I see the body just fall down. I go, and then I go, and then and as I play what he said in my head, I go, fuck. I get up and I run back towards the thing, standing sitting in the middle of the room and try to grab the little stone. I already know what it is, but I'm going for it. Screw it. Let's do it. We want anime rules. We're going anime rules right now.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Roll a 12 side for Dex to see if you can get up and get away without her grabbing you.
Oh yes, I do, because it's a natty 12.
Oh yeah, you got it.
That anchor helps me.
You shove the leg off of you and get up and just book it down to the heart chamber.
Anime jumps. Anime jumps.
He jumped 30 feet in the air.
Hey.
Somehow he did like
I'm like
6 flips.
everything is like adrenaline is just hitting at me. I'm like,
Yeah.
and I go and I grab it.
You're gonna grab it. All right. You reach up and you wrap your hand around
And while I'm doing this, I'm like, this is gonna be like last time. Fuck it. I grab it.
You enclose your fingers around it, and it feels like it's the size of a walnut, maybe a little bit larger. But it doesn't have a distinct edge. It's like your hand is sinking into a marshmallow or something. It has this sort of funny, indistinct feel to it, but it is nonetheless solid. As you touch it, you feel a rush of power surging up your arm into your chest. You feel alive, like you could do anything that you want to set your mind to. The runes briefly reappear on the pedestal in front of you, glowing hot white. But as you pull the stone away from its position suspended above the pedestal, the runes gradually fade away and disappear. You now have the Void Stone in your hand. But that extends your movement for the turn. So we're coming back up. Ronnie, you witness all this? What you doing?
Ronnie sees Sir Regios drop to the ground, headless, and is immediately hit with shock. But then she sees Stryker get up and run, hightail it back to the chamber. She knows that the chamber is a dead end, so she knows that he's not hiding. But she also doesn't know what's in the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever Stryker is doing, obviously, it's either really good or really bad.
It's a bit of
But
both.
then she remembers that this thing is regenerating off of the blood of each individual person that it bites into.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking at Noel. She's looking at Gaddock. Gaddock, who has been underwhelming this entire affair.
Mm-hmm.
And is probably the easiest target out of the three of them currently standing there.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie grips her axe as heavy as possible. And she looks at that other leg in the front, that one
Mm-hmm.
that just started healing up.
Mm-hmm.
And she screams to Noel, "Step out of the way!" and takes the widest swing that she can to cleave right through that baby. And she's not just taking a normal swing. As soon as it hits, she's kicking right into the axe right behind it. All the force that she can carry into it.
All right.
This is a YOLO swing.
Yeah.
This is
Anime.
This is Ronnie going all or nothing, putting her back into it.
Oh yeah.
Give me a
All
20
right,
side.
Yeah, but you didn't ask me if I was gonna move out the way or not.
I mean,
Technically,
that's
you're
a good
really
question.
kind of not in the way, but you are.
He's almost in the way. Are you going to
Yeah.
step out the way?
Remember,
now?
we're characters, so we have to communicate with
Yeah.
each other.
I mean, that's why
you're gonna
that's why I screamed, "Get out of the way."
Are you going to get out the way?
I'm like, uh-oh. I'm gonna act like a potential mate.
Well, wait a minute. Noel is still holding on to the sword, right?
Yeah.
He's holding the wound open, technically.
Mm-hmm.
So
No,
then
no,
Noel's
but-
in the position that I was once in. He's technically on top of this thing's belly then.
Not entirely, no. He's like standing off to the side. He's got one hand on the sword trying to pry the chest wound open, and the other hand he's got his spear and he was trying to like stab it.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You did like
okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he's off to the side. He's on the ground, but he is kind of in the way of your swing if you want to take a shot at that one remaining leg.
Well, if you did I hear you? Like I heard you, right?
I mean,
you
We're
would have
all
heard
a
her.
couple feet
You
away
would
from
have
each
heard
other.
All right. Okay. I'm like, I'll move out the way.
All right, you're gonna have to let go of the sword in her chest in order to get far enough out the way.
Oh yeah, I can't. It's too large in there to pull it out.
Or you
So,
could
Yeah.
could pull up on the sword and kind of get over top of me.
There's no way for you to do that kind of little dance
Yeah.
in the time you've got.
Oh,
You're
okay.
either gonna have to let go of the sword, or Ronnie's gonna have to do something else.
Yeah, I'm gonna let go of the
I could
sword.
change the direction of my swing. That would probably be the
No,
best I could do.
not really. I'll tell him like, all right, make it count. No, I'm gonna move out.
Okay.
I'll move out the way.
Make it
All
count.
right,
Make it count.
I will give you advantage on this,
Oh.
Ronnie.
Oh, so I
because
get
of
to
your fine coordination with Noel.
Okay. So there's a 14 and an 18. I'm obviously taking the 18, which was the first roll I made
The
anyway.
18 hits.
And on top of that, that's +7 on my attack modifier.
Yeah,
With
18
all the
hits.
piss and with all the piss and vinegar in the world.
Yeah. Roll this for damage.
And Ronnie rolled a 7 + 6. That is 13.
13. A decent amount of damage. You swing and crack into this leg, and it buckles, and after a moment starts to crumple. And Mohgra lets out a surprised grunt, and she starts to topple forward. You've got a choice, Ronnie. You can try to finish the swing and drive the axe through, or you can get out of the way. But there is a risk if you drive the axe through that she's going to fall on you.
Ronnie is going to move out of the way, but when she's getting out of the way, she's going to pull the axe along with her as she's moving out of the way to continue that cut around. So even if she doesn't fully get the full thing done, she wants to take as much of a chunk out of her as possible right this moment.
All right. Give me a 12 side for strength, we'll call it.
11 plus 5, so 16.
Yep, that's enough. So you sidestep very quickly as she starts to totter forward, dragging the axe around, making the wound wider as you go. And just as the axe comes free from the leg, it finally does buckle. And with a roar, Mohgra topples forward and lands with a crash right where you had been standing a moment ago. And for a moment, she's kind of flailing about. And Gadok is going to take advantage of this. Literally.
Before this happened, the sword that was in her.
Before you finish that Gadok thing, do you mind repositioning us on the map just so I can have a clearer view of where everybody currently actually is positioned?
Yes, I can do that.
And I got a question. Once you do that, it's about the big sword. Does it go complete? Does she fall right through it, or does it come with her?
She fell right through it. So basically, the sword is now sticking in the stone out behind her, and she is free of it.
That is all I need to know. I'm going, no, you know what to do.
All right, so you guys are basically like this now. All right, what was I saying? Wow, even with advantage, Gadok sucks. She tries frantically to stab at Mogra's one hind leg while she's down on the ground, and all of her attempts are completely ineffectual. Mohgra, for her part, flails about for a moment and then plants her gorilla arms on the ground in front of her and hauls her enormous bulk up to look you dead in the eye, Ronnie, and glowers at you.
I'll make you pay for that.
And I'm gonna claim your fucking head.
She's gonna try to scrabble forward really quickly and get you with those jaws, but since she's on the ground, she has disadvantage. And that is an 18.
18 hits.
Oh. All right. And she's going to try and bite at you again. Opens the jaws, wraps them around you. And that's 3, 5, 6, 7 damage. Sinks her teeth into your shoulder again. The same one as before, this time managing to tear off a chunk of your armor as she pulls away, and a decent amount of flesh.
Can we try to run interference on this? Because I do not want her recovering anymore if we can stop this. And I know that it would have to expend Noel's turn if he does it.
You're trying to have Noel block her bite attempt on you?
Right.
Noel, what do you think about that? You want to try and block the bite attempt?
If we let it land, that means she's regenerating again. This is why the fight's taking so long. Every time she's landed these bites, it's healed her. And her taking that huge chunk out of Sergio's just now healed her pretty substantially.
I got an idea. I take my shield and throw it hard as I can into her mouth, so her mouth like clings onto the shield instead of.
Gonna give her a sacrificial shield. You know what? I like that. Give me a 12 side for Dex to see if you can pull it off.
I got a 2.
Fucking A.
Oh,
right
man.
out. I was rolling so good the whole time.
You were, man. You throw the shield, and it just sort of clunks against her head. She doesn't even stop. She just continues wrapping her jaws around Ronnie and takes that bite. So that was 7 damage, Ronnie. I believe that puts you at 5 hit points. Ooh, Noel, can you mute yourself? I'm getting some loud background noise there.
Yeah, what is that?
Thank you.
Well, no, that's not me. That's not me.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not making any noise.
There you go. Now it's back to normal.
No, it's fine. It was probably your adaptive gain again.
Yeah.
Do you have the
Really,
fan
that's
on?
weird. No, my air conditioning is off. I have my fan's not on. I'm not playing anything on my computer. I don't know where that sound came from. Yeah, there's nothing playing.
Yeah, for some reason you got really loud for some.
Yeah, well, it wasn't me because I literally wasn't making any noise whatsoever.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So Ronnie, Mohgra finishes ripping off a chunk of your flesh and chewing it up, and you see the enormous wound in her chest starts to close up. It doesn't close completely, but it definitely diminishes in size. And you can see the bloody hilt of this two-handed sword sticking out of the wall a fair distance behind her, showing that she had to pull that whole length through her body in order to fall forward like that.
And Ronnie,
she is still prone on the ground, though.
And how, when you say prone,
like she's holding herself up with her gorilla arms. Her front legs are sort of flailing around kind of uselessly at the moment. Her back legs are still up.
So would you say that her head is hanging just a little bit lower?
Her head is basically eye level with you now.
Well, it's time for Ronnie to do what she does best.
Well, not yet. Next turn it will be. Noel?
Okay.
For such a valiant effort, I'm not going to count that shield throw against you. If you want to try do something else, you can.
You know what? While she's occupied with Ronnie, I go, screw this. I take my my cutlass.
Mm-hmm.
And I run in the back of her, and I try to do like a jumping downward slash on top of her head.
Okay, give me a second here.
So you'll be on her back.
For some reason, I don't have a cutlass in my sheet. I wonder how I omitted it.
I had this for...
No, I know that you have it. It's not in my equipment list, so it's not giving me the damage calculations for that. It's okay. I know what it should be. It's just not showing up.
D20 plus 2, that's what mine is. Well, that's what it said unless I miswrote it or something.
D20.
I don't know where I get that from.
Was that when you were disguised as a sailor?
Probably.
Probably.
That's when he would have gotten it. So that's when he would have gotten it.
It was a really nice cutlass. I don't know. It was stronger than the usual cutlass.
It should be a D10.
A D10? Okay,
Yeah.
Let me fix that. And it says plus 2.
Yeah, so plus 2 to the damage that you roll on a D10. So if you roll, say, 8, it would be a dirty 10. But if you roll 10, it'll be 12 damage.
Okay.
Okay, so now that's in my system, which means, yay, now it shows up properly. What happened there? But, okay. So, you're going to attack with the cutlass. Roll 20 sides for attack, but roll 2 of them and take the highest, because she is prone.
Okay.
Or what counts for prone for a creature her size.
Oh, I got an 18.
Alright, 18's good.
And I rolled 2 6s or something, or no?
18 hits, so you roll a d10, and then add 3 on top.
What's a d10 again?
The one that goes 0 to 9.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you don't have that, you can use the 100 side one and just, use it as individual.
Oh, is the one that looks like a diamond?
Yeah.
That one that...
Yeah.
There's an 8 side, which goes from 1 to 8. You want
wait, what does it look like? Just for a reminder, what does a D10 look like?
It's literally the one that it looks like a diamond and goes 0 to 9.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
And it's been a while since we actually ever used
it.
Okay,
there you go. Yeah.
What do you mean? We use it all the time. Every time we roll 100 sides. All we did last episode was roll 100 sides.
Oh, I got a 9 on that one.
Well,
a 9.
By
Very
itself.
Nice. So 9 plus 3. 12 damage.
Nice.
Hey, this
Very
thing have weak
good.
spots? Jeez.
I know he's got a +2 on the weapon. Where's the additional 1 coming from?
From him being Noel. That's his damage modifier.
Ah,
Yeah.
You cleave at. What are you aiming for, actually, with that cutlass, sir?
The top of her head.
Top of her head. Gonna try and cut the top of her head off. You swing with the cutlass, and it catches her scalp and actually strips the scalp off from about the middle of her forehead up completely over the backside. She jerks violently at that. Ah, not the hair. She doesn't actually have any hair, but she screams, "Not the hair!"
I know. 'Cause
All
I
right,
cut that
man.
one piece of hair off
Obviously,
early.
she got diverted by that hit. Whatever. It's up to you guys. So my turn's over, obviously.
Striker?
Oh, my turn's over. Yeah.
All right, let's go back to me and see what's happening to me now.
Well, you're holding the Void Stone, and you can feel the power surging through you. Power you never knew you could touch, let alone wield, but now it feels like you could wield it.
I go, I hate this feeling, but it must be done. And I start going back, and I think about it. I said, wait. I see the bow to the side of me. As I start walking back, I grab the bow real quick to see what happens if I grab it.
Nothing appears to happen as you grab the bow on your way. Oops.
So it doesn't act to this. Drop it. And I think about it, and I would start running back up, and I yell at Noel, "No! Pull the sword out!" And I'm talking about the sword in the wall.
Wait. How much? Oh, you mean the?
Because you're right on top of her, and the sword's right behind you.
Yeah, that's the exit wound. That's where the tip is, not where the.
I mean, she pulled herself off of the sword.
The sword is in the
just
wall.
in the wall now.
Oh,
Yeah, so she's actually kind of like right here, and the sword is stuck in the wall, sticking out to here. So if you were to move around behind her and grab the sword, you might be able to pull it free on your next turn.
I sheath my cutlass and I run towards the sword.
On your next turn, Striker,
Yep.
you've expended your movement, and you're about here.
Yep.
Actually, I should say you're about here.
there.
What are you doing?
And I go. So since he got to wait till his next turn. Wait, I thought he was on top of her though. I thought he said he jumped on
No.
the back.
No, he was off to the side, swinging at the. Actually, no. Did you jump on her
Yeah,
back?
I mean, you
No?
said
Yeah,
that
I
he
did.
peeled her back from front to the back of her head when he just
Yeah,
did
but
the
he
cut,
said he
so-
jumped on her back.
Yeah, I did.
You jumped on her.
But,
Oh,
but if I'm on her back though, like
It means you're real close to the
sword.
sword.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
give me a second. I gotta rearrange some things here. I
That's what I want to
misunderstood
make
what
sure
you were
before
doing.
I do my next move that I'm trying to
So I'm glad that you pointed that out. So Noel, you're basically right on top here. So yeah, if you were to just turn on your next turn and slide down her back, you'd be right there at the sword hilt.
do. Okay. I'll listen to that part, and I go, just be ready. And I take out my sword, my short sword. Wait, Ronnie, you're in my way. God dang it.
Ronnie is in your way. You can tell her to get out of your way.
I could. I go, duck.
Ronnie
I literally
Ronnie
with
doesn't
the-
even flinch. She just
With
drops
the stone,
down.
the stone
to
in my
a
hand,
knee.
the one hand. I go, screw it. Punch straight up and right in her face. Right between the eyes
You're
and nose.
doing an Infinity Stone punch.
Yes, I
You're
am.
doing an Infinity Stone punch.
Punch straight up. What? Is it better than
Actually,
nothing?
I tell you what, Ronnie's gonna drop down on a one knee and give you her shoulder to jump off of. Just for some reason, sensing that she knows what you want to do because you do this so many times with wanting to run and jump off of people or off.
I
of
do do
things.
that a lot. You don't talk about that. I do that a lot.
All right, give me a second here.
I want to see if this stone actually give me some extra like power or something.
Or da-da-da-da-da.
I hope this thing's almost dead. Yikes.
Again, it keeps regenerating every time it takes a bite out of somebody.
Oh, Lord.
Roll 100 side striker.
Alrighty. So this time I get to use that. plus this. That is 14.
Beautiful.
14.
Yep.
One time that you want 100 side to be higher. Okay. All right. No, this is all still good. You clench the stone in your hand and you feel the power building in your fist, and you walk up to Mohgra and haul back and deliver a haymaker straight to the jowl. And there's a brief starburst as your fist connects, like a flash of dark red energy, and the air around you shudders with the impact, and Mohgra is knocked clean over on her side. Roll 3d6s.
Jesus, hold on.
Now, did Ronnie and Noel and Gaddock all see this flash when it happened?
Oh yeah, everybody in the area saw that.
Ronnie's eyes instantly widen, and she looks back at Stryker.
3d6s, right?
Well, I guess technically
86s.
looks up at Stryker because she kneeled down to allow him the space and opportunity to do this, and he's now in front of her. So
5, 3, and 2.
5, 3, and 2. So
Yes.
8. That's 10. 10 points of damage, and you've knocked Mohgra on her side.
like
As I-
completely over on the side,
Completely over on her side.
thick neck exposed and
Oh
all.
yeah,
So I'm about to play this out for y'all. So I run, I go, duck. And I'm like, no, you might want to jump. Just boom, real quick, slow it. To your eyes, it look like it's slow motion. To me, it look like it's really fast. But to y'all, all you see is boom, boom, and all you see is just a wave go.
Yeah. The shockwave effect.
wait, we play anime rules or something? What happened?
Nope,
Well, he's got a void stone in his
I got a
hand.
voice stone. So
Oh,
technically,
nice.
anime, technically magic, but
Oh yeah, the thing. Oh shit.
Yeah, you can see like the ripples of fat spreading away from the impact site, like shockwaves, as she topples over.
and I,
No,
and
roll
I
a
say
12
this.
side. Oh, go ahead.
Hold on, I say, that is for my best friend. I've never said that before in my life. Nobody never heard me say this. Like, that is for my best friend. No,
Yeah,
That's
why-
really
revenge.
bad if you consider
And I go like this, and I'm like, no. my brother. And I go, hand me the sword. Like, I'm so pissed off and juiced right now. I'm ready to end this guy.
Hey, put the void stone on the hilt.
I'm so
Ooh.
roided up right now. That's what it feels like. I'm like,
Oh yeah, I'm running for the sword to grab it.
Well, Noel, first roll a 12 side to see if you can manage to like keep your balance. As,
Yeah, there was a yell for Ronnie to
opposite.
duck. There was no yell for Noel to get out the way.
Yeah, and Noel was on Mohgra's back at that point, so.
but at least he can see me coming. So at least he
Oh yeah, he can.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
nice
that was
clear
bad.
view.
All right, I only got a 2 for that one.
A 2? All right. So you kind of fall along with Mohgra off to the side and land on your butt, but you're okay. Like she doesn't
Yeah.
fall on you or anything. You can still
Yeah.
get up and like grab the sword on your next turn.
Yay.
Ronnie, it is your move.
I can imagine a 1.
Ronnie sees that ripple, that flash of light, and everything else. She looks at Stryker. She looks at his hand, and she goes, "Tell me, that's not what I think it is."
I look at her and I say, it's gonna be what it is. Like, I'm so raised up and juiced right now.
He says it's the Rosetta Stone, then he starts speaking Spanish.
Oh no, he's speaking in tongues.
And I start speaking in the language that was written on there.
And in reality, he's really just singing Suavemente.
Actually, can I start saying that the saying again from
Suave.
the song? Because of this thing when she has I cannot speak nothing else but that. That'll be hilarious.
No, you speak normally.
God dang it. What's that?
It doesn't give you any magical translating power.
No, it just gives me a bunch of strength.
Yeah.
Suavemente. I mean, what?
Like, So I say, it is what it is right now. And I go, I say, let's finish this bitch.
And Ronnie just takes a minute. She closes her eyes, takes a deep breath,
and goes, I've never been so turned on right now. Stop.
Nope. She closes her eyes, takes a deep breath, exhales, looks over at Mohgra, who's now officially on her side.
Yeah, and you can see like the mandible where he struck her is just shattered, and an amorphous blob on her face.
And Ronnie does the only thing she knows how to do. She begins to make her way over to Mohgra. She climbs up into position where Mogra's neck meets its shoulders, and she cocks back that axe, ready to strike.
Are you
She
striking?
said she was taking somebody's fucking head today. She's gonna make fucking good on that promise.
All right, roll 12 or 20 side with advantage.
So
Mohgra
18.
is kind of moaning and groaning on the ground.
Two
And makes no
18s.
attempts to do anything about you. Oh yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
Hey, that is a 9 plus 6.
Plus 6.
Oh, nice.
15. Very nice. You haul back with the axe and cleave down with all of your might, and the axe bites down, completely entombs one half through the haft and partway up the other half of the double-sided axe. It's in there pretty deeply, and dark blood spurts out around it, and Mohgra shudders violently. But she's still breathing, and she's still muttering and moaning, and after a moment she starts shuffling around a little bit like she's trying to get up.
And
You
Ronnie
managed to
doesn't.
take the head off.
Yeah, Ronnie doesn't have. Ronnie's not happy. This
Yeah.
isn't finished. This isn't finished until she claims that head, and Ronnie is pushing her weight.
All right. No, actually, no, it's Gadok's turn. Gadok is going to try and stab again. Poor Gadok. She is just having such a rough time here. That dinky little knife doesn't do jack shit. She's stabbing frantically at the hide, and it just won't go through. So,
And in a fit of rage and malice, while Gadok is doing this, Ronnie just gutly lets out at her. Gadok! Get your ass up here now!
Roll me a 12 side for intimidation to see if you can convince her.
With all the blood splattering and the evil look right now,
Yeah, because she's in her own kind of frenzy.
that is an 11.
An 11. Yeah, that's good enough. Come on, computer. I know you're struggling here, but you got to make this work. And she does finish her stabbing frenzy and come up around. Noel, it is your move.
Okay. What? I yell at the striker. Hey, put that stone in the hilt of the sword.
Well,
Did I
right
pull it
now
out yet?
you're the
Oh,
closest
yeah,
one to the sword. You got to pull it out.
Oh
first.
yeah, I'm running. Yeah, I'm running to the. Sorry, I thought I did it already.
No,
Yeah, I run to the
you
floor.
fell to the floor, remember?
Oh right. Yeah, I fell on my ass.
So you're gonna get up and go and try and grab the
Yeah.
sword.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You get up and run over to the sword. Wrap your hands around the hilt. It's slick with her blood. Roll a 12 side for strength to see if you can pull it free despite the slickness of the hilt.
I got a 7.
A 7. That's just barely good enough. With a
Right.
screech of metal on stone, you manage to, after some tugging, yank the two-hander free and flip it over. All right, now you've got the thing in hand. What are you doing with it?
I yell at striker. It's like, hey, put the stone on the hilt of the sword.
Are you like tossing the sword to him or what?
You know what? Should I run to him or should? Yeah. I toss it to him, but like the hilt going towards him, not a spin out throw or with the blade.
No.
So just in case I roll bad.
That might have been the wrong decision.
No,
I don't know,
that's
we'll
what-
see. We'll see. Striker, you paying attention to this? He's going to toss this two-hander to you.
Yep, I'm listening.
All right. Both of these roll 12 sides for Dex.
Oh Lord! All right. Oh Lordy! Oh my God! I roll a 1. You gotta roll some good.
Damn.
And this is
What was
why.
my saving grace for this?
And this is
You gotta
why
roll
I said
some
that.
good.
Also, you know what I just realized?
But
Sergio's had second win.
Well, too late now.
yeah,
Yeah,
could have
he's
used
dead.
it, but you're still alive.
He's dead. Yeah, I mean, he lost his fucking head.
What were you saying, Jason?
I rolled a 2.
A 2.
2.
Noel, you try and throw the two-hander, but it slips out of your hand because of all the blood and just clatters onto the stone floor a couple feet away from you.
Wow, you're pretty generous with these critical failures. Usually, other RP people will need critical failures. Really. Hey,
Oh, trust me, if it were me, your critical failure would matter so much more.
I thought about having you throw the sword so hard that it clocks Striker in the face or something like that.
I saw him rage right now. It
You're
might not
far
even
enough
be
away. You're far enough away. I don't think you could put enough effort into it.
Okay.
Far more likely with the slick blood, it just slips out of your hand. If you want, if you're feeling left out, I could have you roll to see if you cut yourself on the sword.
I advise against it.
I agree with this notion. I need to see more blood.
Well,
Not
Striker-
like Ronnie's not sitting here with a fountain of it already, but
Oh yeah, Ronnie's covered in the stuff. Striker, it looks like it's up to you.
I go.
You're not getting help from the Zweihander.
I look over. And I'm like, I use my motion to go and grab the sword.
Okay.
I'm so enraged right now. I'm like, and I just walk over and grab the sword.
You walk over and grab the sword. All right, you've got the sword. You got a little bit of movement left.
So I was like, and I look over and I say, so Ronnie is still on the top of the head,
raging as she's trying to force her axe through this thing.
And
Ronnie
I go,
is about to sever this thing's head clean off its shoulders.
I go, Ronnie, pull back just enough. So I grab the sword and I go, and I grip it with both hands and stone's still in my hand. So I got it. And I was like, hope this works. And I come over and go, down as hard as I can.
All right, Ronnie, are you going to step aside enough for him to do this? He might potentially take your head from you. He might take the prize from you.
I don't know if she leans back far enough.
You feeling lucky?
Ronnie's curious to see what happens. She waits until he raises his sword, and then she rips the axe free and drops back.
All right, Striker, give me 220 sides since you've got advantage.
220. I got another 20. I know I do. It's right here in my hand. Oh, this one's gonna feel weird. Hold on.
Ollie
Let me
versus
get-
Meadow. It always does.
That feels so weird. Let me grab this one. All right. 220 size. Here we go. Highest is 13.
That is just barely enough.
Yeah, because it's +5 right on attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Whew. That +5
Just
kind of helped
barely
me
enough. Yep.
out.
So
The other one was a 2. So
roll your 10 side for damage. Actually, no, not a 10 side. It's 2 6s. You've got
Yeah, 2 sixes.
the two hammer. 2
Sixes.
6s.
Well, wait, will he be adding the Void Stone's power on that or no?
We'll get to that in a moment.
Okay, so it's 6.
6 total plus 4 for your damage modifiers plus the stone. So, how do you want to do this?
For my family. It's like, nah.
Really, you turned
I
into
go-
Drew McIntyre?
So I go, Ronnie, move. And I lean back as far as I could, and I go,
Mhm.
And I feel my muscles just tense up, and I let go. and it looks like a flash coming straight down.
Mohgra manages to turn her head just a little bit as you're bringing the sword down, and you see her broken and ruined jaw droop as the corners of her mouth turn down. Oh, not like this! And
Die.
into the throat.
And I say it with like the most powerful bitch. Like I enunciate that. I don't say bitches often, okay? People just like, you know, notice that. And I come straight down.
The sword seems to shimmer as it flies down towards her neck, and it's almost as if the blade disappears into a cloak of total blackness. And as it strikes her neck, you feel a wave of energy radiate out from the impact site. It cleaves clean through the neck, into the stone, through the stone, down to the hilt, as if it was a lightsaber. It just cuts
Anime
right
rules.
Now, roll me 100 side.
On the side. No. Why do I have this one here? That's this one. All right, so 100, boom. 82.
Okay. This is one of the cases where you want it to be a high roll.
Okay.
All right. You cleave through. It completely severs the head, and with a startled gasp, Mogra's head rolls off of the body a couple of times before coming to rest against Ronnie's boot.
And as it sits there, I go, and I'm like, I'm not done with you yet. That's the fucking rage.
Wow, we did it, guys. Unless you pull some like anime, it's not my final form in Resurrection.
Nope, no anime. This isn't my final form bullshit.
Oh, okay, good.
The body twitches convulsively a couple of times and then goes still. And Mogra's severed head looks up at you, Ronnie, with blank, empty sockets and the long, disgusting tongue sort of lolling out one side of her broken jaw.
Ronnie looks down at it and looks up at Stryker. Congratulations, Stryker. You made me a liar.
And I don't hear anything. I just go.
And with that, she turns Mogra's head towards the wall and it kicks the shit out of it.
For some reason, that snaps me out of it and go, what? Go! And that's all you hear me say.
Bouncing off the wall and skittering down the hall.
Ronnie takes a moment and takes a few deep breaths. And then she stops and looks at Stryker. The fuck are you thinking you can sing something like that?
Hey, I'm like, hey man, you did great.
Oh, yes.
Wow, no one flawless victory on this one. I didn't get touched. I took no damage.
I let go of the sword. And I go, I'll be back. And I start walking back down the hallway.
Ronnie walks over to the sword and picks it up. Because something like that needs not to be laying around. She walks over to Noel and hands him the sword. Hold on to that while I do the dirty work. And she will walk over to Sir Regios's body. And she will first take up his items. And then secondly, she will take his chest plate.
Okay.
And
add a damaged breastplate and a shovel and whatever was in his general inventory to yours. And everybody gain 1,000 XP.
Wow. Holy crap. All right. That's definitely a level up, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think Actually, hang on a second. What's going on here? It's saying it isn't a level up yet for you guys. What is it looking for that? Oh, you're just shy. You're just shy of a level up.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Ronnie will level up from this, but the rest of yous are just shy.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, I
I'm
have
1985 now.
I have 2040.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, dang.
It's looking for 2,700 for a level up. So you're so close.
2,700. We barely get into battles. Oh man. Okay, whatever. At least I got a two-handed sword out of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping that thing.
Oh, I forgot I had this. Oh, that's something Ronnie's probably going to use immediately. I forgot Sergio's had a healer's kit on his body, on his person.
Man, he had so many options to not die.
I don't know what you were thinking. Whatever.
So, Stryker, what are you doing?
Oh, so I come back down to this thing, and I'd go.
Question: the shovel of Regios. Do I transfer it?
Christian, hold on, please.
What is that noise?
Finish your sentence, Jason.
Hold on, I just hear noise in the background.
Yeah, all he was asking was what that noise was. That's what he was asking.
No, I actually had something to say.
Describing an action.
But then
somebody mute, please. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Ross.
So I go as I get back to there, and I'm thinking to myself.
All right, hey Greg.
Hold on,
Could you mute yourself, please?
Go.
Oh,
whatever.
sorry.
Yeah, whatever you're watching over there, we can hear that through your mic. You know.
Oh.
Thank you, sir. Continue, Mr. Ross.
Okay. So, like I said, as I'm getting ready to walk, when I walk back and I go, I'm holding the stone in my hand. I'm like, if I put it back, they know it's here. I take it, put it in my pouch, my little pouch, with the. I did have a bottle with a crystal in it. I don't think I got rid of that. If I'm not mistaken.
Crystal or with a liquid? I thought you just had
I know I had liquid. It was 3 bottles. I think I had 3 mysterious bottles. Yeah, I know it was 3 mysterious bottles, and one had a liquid.
I think 2 of them had liquid and 1 had a powder.
I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you had 1 with powder in it. It was brown powder.
Yep. And I'm like, I don't think I need this powder. So, and since you're saying the thing is not that big, but it's still like a little squishy, but not like a form, I put it in the bottle, put it in my pouch.
It takes a little bit of finagling, but because the thing seems to be quasi-insubstantial, you are eventually able to stuff it down inside that vial. Although you might have to break the vial to get it back out.
That's fine.
Or shake it violently.
So I put it in there, put it in my pouch.
Okay.
So wait, you're saying essentially that thing is flubber?
Pretty much.
It isn't moldable. It just has an indistinct edge. It's like it isn't really there.
Yeah.
Like flubber.
Okay, like flubber.
So I act like, and I say this kind of loud enough, like, you belong here. And I act like I put it back. Mm-hmm. And then I turn back around, and as I'm walking, I grab the bow.
You sure you want to put it back? I don't know.
See, he did not hear nothing I said.
He didn't pay attention to nothing because he's sitting there trying to watch stuff while we're in the middle of this
recording.
You got the bow
now, and you're heading back?
I went back just to go to Regios and pick up his body.
Oh, okay. So you're coming back just as she's going through everything and getting ready to exhume the body and everything. Okay.
Yeah, so, I'm not gonna leave him in here.
Yeah, my question was going to be to you, sir, GM, the shovel.
Yes.
Does the shovel continue with everything that's on it, including the stat for a concussion on roll on critical?
No, I'm going to say that was a Sergio specific thing, and now it is just an ordinary shovel again. Because Ronnie would be way too broken with that power, let's be real.
Oh, Ronnie doesn't exactly plan to keep this thing. But it's just something that I wanted to make note of in case somebody else in the group wanted it before Ronnie does her thing.
I go like, that shovel's mine. But hold it for me as we leave. And I say, let's get the fuck out of here.
And Goat, to answer your comment about combats, it's true that we have not had very much combat in the 30-some episodes that we've gone through up to this point.
I'm surprised I'm level 3 still.
Correction, they haven't.
Yes, a lot of that is due to you guys kind of, for lack of a better term, screwing around with the Murad Guards and the Assassin's Guild and spending like 10 episodes sticking around with them.
I don't know. Fighting for everything, fighting every battle seems
And
like...
how much XP did you say Ronnie gained there? I kind of
1,000.
1,000?
1,000 for everybody. So Ronnie should be at 1775.
That is correct.
Just shy of a revolution.
I know.
Yeah. How long do I got until I level up? I'm at 1985.
700.
Yeah, so you got a little over 700 points to go. Noel has a little under 700 points to go.
Okay.
Ronnie is leveling up to level 3. We'll address the results of that in a little bit.
Wait, Ronnie's just hitting level 3?
Just now
Remember,
hitting level
you
3.
guys all came in on level 2. Ronnie came in at level 1.
Mhm. Yeah, she's been lagging behind you guys, so this was a much needed boost for her.
I put the stone back, guys. And I look at God, I say, no, do not.
But we're on contract. We have to retrieve it. Think about what Tiamat will do to us if we don't take it back.
We'll take his body back and say, this is what happens when we went for it.
Tiamat won't be satisfied with that.
And your brother's dead.
I know. Which is why we should go back with something. Otherwise, his death was meaningless.
You want to go back with something?
Take the head.
And Ronnie literally walks over to the head, picks it up, and then shoves it straight to Gadok's hands.
Give me a 12 side for persuasion. See if she's willing to accept that over the stone.
That is an 11 plus my charisma, which is 2, so 13.
She also rolled an 11 with a +2. She looks skeptically at you, Ronnie, and at the disgusting head in her hands.
And
weighing and considering.
And I try to persuade just a little extra. I'm like, and just imagine if we walk out here with that stone. This thing attacked us. What else do you think is going to come after us? The church.
I forgot about them.
And we're not going to make it out here alive if we have that with us.
Disgusting religious bastards.
Exactly.
Fine.
We can come back later, okay? If you really want to, we'll come back later. But first, we DC.
I don't want to. I obviously don't want to. That thing is nothing but trouble for us.
Uh-oh. Did we lose Jason?
Oh, no. He's coming back a little bit. I can kind of hear him.
Come on.
Come back to the light.
Wow, like, did your internet shit the bed or something?
It must have. Come back to the light.
Yeah, the feed died, and then but just a little gurgling. It looks like he's running off kilobytes or something.
Oh, no.
No.
He belongs to the bleachers now, people. He belongs to
reluctantly, Gadok slings the thing under her arm, kind of wrapping it up a little bit in her cloak so that it doesn't stink so bad.
Very well.
Oh, look, he's back.
There we go.
Back.
There we go.
Okay, for some reason, I don't know, my internet must have said, you know what? He's been OP so far today. Let's bring it back down to normal.
If anybody was OP, I'd say it was probably Ronnie. This is probably the best Ronnie's rolled on average the entire game.
She was doing pretty well.
I didn't get touched. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Noel was completely...
Yeah, for some reason, just completely oblivious to the situation that there was actually a monster there. Like, the monster didn't even pay Noel any attention for some reason after a while. Yeah. It flirted with him, and then that was it.
Yeah, I think she was real interested in continuing to flirt with him after she devoured the rest of y'all.
Yeah, and it's funny because it didn't pay any attention to Gadok, but that made sense because Gadok was literally just like a fly.
Yeah. Yeah, Gadok did.
I say, so I'm just like, all right, let's just get out of here, guys. Come on. And I pick up Regios and I start walking. the way they came, not the way we came. The way they came.
Mm-hmm.
Until we
Going
get
back
there.
the other way
I said,
around.
pick up the torches. Let's go.
And Ronnie holding all of Sir Regios's other stuff, the shovel, the carts, his flask. Apparently she finds a healer's kit on him and she's just like, when did he get this? And she starts kind of searching through it to see if there's actually anything inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't recall him ever using it. So, and I don't recall if we ever said there was anything in it initially when we made him. So
Just some bandages and a small salve, a bottle of salve.
Okay.
I say just hide the shovel until we get to a certain spot. I say trying to drag all those things at once.
I mean, the majority of his stuff is all small items, and the healer's kit itself is a pouch in itself. So that's something that can just hang off Ronnie. She basically just takes his card deck, his flask, puts that inside of the pouch as well, and grabs the shovel. And his plate armor, she's holding on to that as well, which is like ripped to shreds.
All right, you guys start walking back the way that Sir Regios and Noel came. You pass by the chamber with the roots sprawling out of the doorway. Are you guys going to do anything with that, or just going to keep walking?
I'm walking. Nope. I'm done with this place.
I'm well, but it's good to stick together. I don't want to do any separation stuff.
All right, you guys are going to continue on your way?
Yeah, Ronnie is just, she's got the job of doing one thing right now, one thing only. Ronnie wants to get the fuck up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys are game for it, then rather than waiting for me to move this whole thing and each one of you individually, we can just say that you all walk out the entrance.
Yeah, that'll be.
I was gonna do something petty.
That'll be swell.
All right.
I was gonna do something petty. I was gonna say, so where did her brother actually die as we walk past the spot?
Oh, that would be so mean.
I know.
Are you going to do it, though? Are you going to do it?
Nah.
No? All right, being nice.
You actually kind of need her.
Do we though? Do we?
I mean, technically, no. It's up to you, Noel. You want to tell her where her brother died at?
No, it's it's better.
It's Fubar, right? It's Fubar.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah, no, then we're out. We're gone.
Come on, computer.
You
Come
can
on,
do it.
computer.
Hey,
Don't
I
lock
mean,
up on me yet.
I did a lot of damage to the thing. Over time.
Yeah.
Well, I got a question. As we walk out of that doorway,
Mm-hmm.
is pretty much everything around this whole way is just pretty much the same? Like,
Yeah, that's a good question. Are the vines still the way they are? Are any of the pillars or anything reacting at all as we're walking by? Because he's got this
We're
stupid thing
getting to
on his
that,
head.
yeah. So, as you emerge, blinking into the sunlight, and it looks like it's now late afternoon. It seems like you guys spent several hours in there, and it's almost dusk. And as Stryker, as you cross the threshold and emerge into the open, you feel a faint hum from your pouch. You're the only one who notices it. And you feel, rather than hear, a resonating hum from the two obelisks nearest you.
Okay. And I just don't say nothing. I just go, let's get the hell out of here. This place. Fuck this place. I'm just like, right, yeah.
Ronnie goes, I couldn't agree more. Besides, we still need to find a proper place to bury this one.
I said, I'm not burying him here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say we were.
So, Ronnie, I assume you're in the lead, yes? dear.
I guess.
I'm probably in the middle because I'm carrying him. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess it would probably be me and Noel up front. I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Actually,
So,
no.
Ronnie?
Put it with me and Kadak.
You and Gadok in the
Yeah,
front.
me and
All
Gadok.
right.
Yeah.
All right. You guys are in the lead. Stryker, are you bringing up the rear then?
Should be in the middle, just in case, because I can't protect myself just in case something happens.
That's true. That's fair. So Noel's bringing up the rear. And Stryker, as you walk between the pillars, you feel a resistance in your pouch. Like something is trying to tug it away from you, like there's an unseen cut purse. And you feel more strongly that resonance from the pillars. And you actually see a couple of them, faint glyphs start to appear along their edges, similar to those that were inscribed on the pedestal in the heart chamber, although not glowing as brightly.
I go, this thing really is really getting on my nerves right now. And I keep walking. I'm like, I can't leave it in this place.
All right. Roll a 100 side. And Noel, roll a 12 side for perception.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Does this mean I got 100?
You got all zeros?
Yes.
Yeah, that's 100.
Huh.
Wow.
Wow.
Is that a good 100 or a bad 100?
That's the question.
What are you talking
Very
about? It's
impressive.
Like,
Noel, you notice as you're walking behind Stryker that as he approaches and then passes the obelisks, the ones that are still standing, start to show faint glowing runes. And then the runes fade away as he passes by the columns.
I go up. Oh, okay, go on. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was saying, hey, Stryker. It looks like these pillars or these, obelisk things are like lighting up when you get near them.
It's probably side effects from me touching the stone.
Nah, it's still coincidence. It's only
I mean, I literally held the stone for probably like maybe 5 to 10 minutes, so I'm pretty sure the power's still in me. Shut the hell up. Let's keep going.
I mean, you sure you just want to like write it off like that?
And I look, turn, do a quick look at him side eye. I'm like, shut up. Like, don't even say it. Just look at him like, shut up. And let's go.
All right, man. We're not sleeping in the same room.
I was like, you can sleep with the head. She's a little bit fond of you.
Don't get that stinky thing, then you just keep it.
So the group of you continue marching southward along the columns and out of the compound. Stryker, as you pass the threshold of the wall, you feel a little bit more resistance, this time not just on your pouch, but on your whole body. It's almost like you're wading through deep water. It's just a little bit harder to move, but you manage to pass through the threshold on the wall. And once you're clear, the resistance disappears.
So I try not to show anything, and I just go, oh God, man, dead weight is so heavy. As I go through and just play it off.
Ronnie, now, does Ronnie hear him say that?
Yeah, you're right next to him, basically, or just ahead.
Ronnie stops and turns. If you want, I can carry him.
No, this is my brother. We've been through a lot. I know we fought a lot, but we've been through a lot too. He saved my life multiple times, and surprisingly, I saved his, just quite a few, even though I got him into the trouble half of the time. But, I always came out in the end. I'm just mad I couldn't save him this time.
And hearing Stryker say something like that actually gets a small smile out of Ronnie.
I say, no, we ain't got time for that. Don't smile.
And she goes, oh, don't worry. It's just nice to see you actually do care about the people who fight with you.
He's talking about I always cared about y'all. I mean, let's go. Come on. I start walking.
Are you gonna walk all the way out of the enchanted area to bury him?
Actually, no.
No? Gonna bury him inside.
No, I'm not gonna bury him inside either.
Oh, all right. Gonna carry him the whole way back.
I'm not leaving him here on this thing.
Yeah, no,
All
I think we're both in agreement where he's probably gonna get buried. Ooh.
Yeah. Where it all started. Let's go back in front of the Assassin's Guild, put him right there like, this is what we lost. Give me back.
All right. You guys continue walking south for a few minutes and come upon that same tree that just breaches the edge of the shield that hides the temple or the tomb from outside prying eyes. It's still shimmering and wavering like it did before.
And I say, and I go, before we cross this, just be prepared. I got this bad feeling. And then I go,
Uh-oh.
What?
No!
The bleachers reach out to claim him once more.
Oh man, who would have thought that moving to this new building he'd have such internet trouble? There he is. He's back again.
Hey, you know what might help? Do we still need the share screen right now, or?
We don't. I will turn that off.
Oh yeah, because I'll just rendering less.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'll make it easier for my computer too. So we just lost you after you said, be prepared. You got a bad feeling.
So I said, be prepared. I got a good feeling. And I slowly start walking through. I said, if anything, I go first.
We're going first through the barrier. All right.
Yep, go first.
You start to step through the barrier, and you feel at first an icy coldness race through you as you step through. And the ice quickly turns to searing heat as you continue forward. Ronnie and Noel, from your position just behind Stryker, you see the whole dome of the bubble shimmer violently, almost like it's spasming, as he steps across its threshold. And it actually starts to turn a deep blood red as he steps through. And a moment later, there's a roar and a rushing sound, and you see the barrier zoom up away from the ground and concentrate in a point above the temple or above the tomb, and then evaporate and vanish.
Ronnie looks
And
up.
Stryker, as you vanish, and Stryker, as you finish crossing the threshold and turn back to look at what happened, the tomb is now plainly visible. The barrier is gone.
I said, okay, I made it through. That's on the right way. What just happened?
Holy
You talk about
shit.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, remind me never to come back for that stone ever again. And you know what? Let's get the hell out of here. So I don't like this place anymore. This is some freaky shit.
Noel's like, man, I'm not gonna surprise me no more. He's like, whatever, let's go.
Gaddock looks around at the tomb and the fact that there's more spooky magic shit going on, and she's like,
I agree with Stryker. Let's get the hell out of here.
Ronnie doesn't say anything, but her gaze starts to become more fixed on Stryker as they continue to walk. She doesn't say anything to him, but now she's wondering.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's going to wonder for a little while, because that's where we're going to end it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, that was a long episode.
It was. Well, as usual, ladies and gentlemen, if you like the kind of crazy content that we create, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and leave a comment if you've got any suggestions for things that we could add to the game or things we could change.
I mean,
I got one change we can make.
Well, at least you ain't got to play 2 characters no more. I'm just saying.
I know that's the change I was gonna make. It was made for me.
Womp womp womp. And yet you had so many opportunities to heal thyself.
I know.
You failed.
I know.
Because this is fail PG.
PG. And it wouldn't
you
be
are
a
a
fail.
fail.
Exactly. It wouldn't be a failure without the universal fail himself doing what he does best. Failing to remember small and minute details.
Wow, right?
Like second wind and the healer's kit.
Yeah, no.
Although I
Right.
don't really know when he would have really been able to prepare a healer's kit without getting murdered in the middle of it in this
Probably
scenario.
would have had to withdraw for a minute, yeah.
Yeah. And after seeing Stryker get bitten down on like that, he wasn't really in the mindset to do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Strike almost died though. Like,
Almost, yeah. He was one shot away.
Mm-hmm.
Stryker always survives, baby.
So does Noel. Noel should have died like 10 times.
Noel wasn't even attacked that.
No, not in this particular like incident, but like through the series,
man.
like
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You've had some close scrapes. You've all had some close scrapes.
This was the
Ronnie's
closest.
always in a close scrape.
Ronnie and Stryker were both within one hit range, for sure.
And
We
you
all
ever
are
notice that
kinda
whenever
lucky that's
you ever notice that Ronnie gets in a one hit range all the time, and then that's when she completely fucking murders someone?
because she does not know the meaning of fall back and heal. Ronnie also has second wind, and she could have used that to not be in one hit KO range.
Yeah.
Well, now, so I can't remember what the rule for second wind is. Also, that's
You roll 1d10 and gain that much HP.
Mm.
okay. So I could have technically have activated second wind whenever I want it. Then it's not it has to activate at a certain life percentage. Then
Nope, you
Got
could have activated it whenever.
okay, no, that's what I couldn't remember because I haven't had the combat scenario where I needed it.
You've had a bunch where you've needed it, you just haven't used it.
Well, no, she didn't get it until after the fact. And then the only time she could have possibly needed it was against the assassin's leader. But we saw how that turned out.
Yeah, that didn't go so well for the assassin.
Yeah. So,
Well, ladies
again,
and
she didn't
gentlemen,
really need it.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a really long episode, so we're going to sign off now. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next episode.
And I apologize for these episodes being 3 hours and 30 minutes, because that's literally like what these last two have been close to. So sorry.
Yeah.
But if
Actually,
you're enjoying the combat, not sorry. So
we started like what 7:20 or
7:30.
7:30.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little shy of 3 hours.
Yeah. Adios, folks.
Adios.